and welcome to the Battle of the Chesapeake. Glad to have you here with the International Kriegsspiel Society. We are ripping and roaring already. Taking screenshots and about to go out.
For your screenshots, do you just want it one directional to the enemy, not doing
I'm doing
front
it
back?
like right behind their ship facing the enemy.
Fantastic. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I plan to do as well.
And their ship, by the way, I put their name. If they're in the ship,
Yep.
I put their name on it. Which it's usually the bigger ships as well.
Well, for Graves, for Hudden, I've put a G, an H, and a D as well for the squadron. So if you need to look yourself, you can see it.
Okay, good.
I haven't done
I'm gonna go
Graves yet, but
so the wind. Oh, the wind right now is coming from the northeast. I told them. So these guys, if they go towards the British, they're against wind, right? Which is
right. So they can probably get another point or two this way. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. They can probably get. Are you seeing my arrows?
Yeah, I can see your
arrows. I would think that they can get maybe a couple more points to the wind, but that's it. Usually we do about 2 points from that. So in other words, like let's say these guys let's say the wind's right behind them. Let's say the windward is right behind these guys.
Mm-hmm.
I would say like that and like that. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not paying attention at the moment, French, but yeah, I'll catch up. Don't worry.
All right, if I have questions on movement, I'll come back. But
so in other words, French can I think French can go about 2 points more towards the British, but that's about the maximum. And they're going to start slowing down, by the way, at that point.
Yep. Okay. Thanks.
So is just from remind me, is the wind behind the British at the moment?
Pretty much directly.
Yeah,
they're running. Right. Okay. Gotcha.
They're running. Yeah. Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Hey, you do know stuff.
Hey, you read the glossary. No, I was kidding.
That's what I did. Like I said, because we play a bit of Kiss Me Hardy, and one of my best mates is a massive master and commander, and all that kind of books. So he's read all those books, so he knows loads of stuff as well. He's taught me, really, to be fair.
Jacabre.
Right, yeah, I'll be back.
All that stuff, he loves it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Comte de Bras, you should have your screenshots.
I do.
Okay, so the British fleet can be seen fast approaching. They got the wind right at their backs. Looks like they're at full sail. Your own fleet has just barely weighed anchor and is starting to pull out of the harbor into open sea with Pluton not quite in line of battle yet, but they're mostly in order. So Pluton, Marseillais, César, Zélé, then you ahead of you.
Okay. I'm gonna order them to go out into full sail. We're gonna try to cross the British T as best as possible.
So
once they. Sorry?
Are you going due east or?
Yes.
Okay, so east and full sail. Okay.
Yeah, and fire chain at them when they get within a half mile.
Got it. Okay, thank you. All right, Elder de Gras, Elder Admiral. So your fleet has weighed anchor. Some of the men were left on shore, and there's just not enough time. So some of your ships are undercrewed, and the British are approaching fast with the wind at their backs and full sails. Your fleet is underway and starting to get into line of battle, but hasn't quite reached it yet. And you're dead in the middle, right behind the Hector with the Saint Esprit on your right. Oh, Destin's turned around. So what are your orders? You're muted. Hello?
I think he's typing it.
Oh, he can't talk? Oh, I see. Continue forming up. Okay, turn around the land and head east. The enemy's coming from the northeast. So right now your fleet is basically heading east as it is. which they have to keep going east just to get out of the harbor. Maybe even slightly northeast, but okay, so head east, got it. Yeah, in the back you're mostly just following Comte de Barras for now. Alright, thank you. Alright, Admiral de Bougainville. I didn't know there to say that in French. You're at the back of the fleet. The men have scrambled aboard. Some had to be left behind on shore as you were caught a little bit by surprise by the arrival of the British. But your ships under your command have weighed anchor and let loose their sails and are starting to sail east. The wind continues to come from the northeast, and you can see, although from your point of view it's way out there, but you can see the British fleet approaching on the horizon with the wind at their backs. Your orders?
Okay. I will match the speed and the direction of the rest of the fleet.
Got it. Thank you. All right. So the French, I didn't move them. The French fleet is going to full sail and heading east.
Okay.
I'll
just keep you honest as you move them, or I'll help you.
Yeah. So that'd be 5 spaces. Yep. Okay. So.
Yep. And they can turn. I'm assuming they'll try to.
Yeah. They did. Well, they wanted to. They said cross the T, so they're trying to get ahead of them.
And I'm assuming, are they trying to form line of battle?
Yeah. Yep. So I'm gonna help them start to form out.
That's good. I like this little rule you did here too.
That was just to remind me the area.
Okay. It looks like Drake might be having problems with his microphone.
Oh, who's Drake? Is it Red Robin?
Hannibal.
Oh, okay. Can he hear you?
One thing.
So he has. So he just said basically follow formation with extra sail. So all of our guys want extra sail.
Yeah. Okay.
Let me ask
and
you.
Heading.
These guys actually started from 0, though, right?
Yeah, they did. Well, no, because they were further back. They were already moving a little bit.
So your intention is that they were anchored, but they have already.
Yeah, they've already been. It's been like an hour of just.
Oh, okay. Just
getting from there to.
Making way. Okay. All right. Cool. Just wanted to kind of keep it honest there, as far as because probably there would be some acceleration.
Yeah, you're right. I messed up the order. Okay, that's probably good enough.
Yeah, that seems good. It seems like they're still getting into formation. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so
something that helps. Sometimes using a little white marble can help you too if they're doing any turning.
Yeah.
So just remind me, full sail means they can travel how far?
5. But if they got the wind helping them, it's +2, right?
It's 1 more.
Okay, so
that's 6. So wants to go due south, turn due south, which is going to be, and he loses a bit, doesn't he, for turning? So it's about there.
That works.
Yep. Each other, but
so I'll spread them out, don't worry. Just want to get the line right first.
They would have a cable between them.
Yeah. Is that too close for you, or was that about right?
Good. That's about a cable's length, which is what they would shoot for, at least.
Okay. And then they're just all following on behind.
Yep.
And in fact, why am I doing it individually when I can do it all in one go?
James, I love these rulers. I don't know why I didn't think to do that before. That's beautiful, because I can literally visualize when we're going to get into extreme range. It's pretty nice.
Yep. And I eyeballed the distance on them, so if they need to be longer or shorter, we can do that.
It looks.
We did. We looked. They're just about right. Yeah, they're close enough for to not bother with.
So I'm gonna do. Okay, turn 2 screenshots. So I think for the top down, were you in the Star Wars battle, ARP?
No, I wasn't there for that one.
For some reason, I thought you were. Yeah, so we did. The top-down view can just be in the planning channel, and then the.
Oh, okay.
So you just have to do one, and then the.
So you just do a top-down view of the whole line, or just the whole I see. So is the square that I can see on the table at the moment, the yellow square, is that kind of like your top-down view?
Look at French planning that as an example.
Hold on, let me have a look. Yep, grand will do. French planning.
So it's just
okay, gotcha.
it's just their fleet.
Yep, got you.
Thank you for running this one, by the way. It's good.
Yeah, thank you for helping. I'm glad you're here. I was worried a little bit of doing it myself.
I'm getting to be an old man, though, so 10 o'clock is a little late for me. I'm an old man. Back in the day, we used to whittle our ships out of sticks in the yard.
We used to play with rocks, and we liked it. Where is he?
Why have I got this?
So here's another thing. I remember somebody saying they were trying to load, or at least promote loading chain shot.
Oh yeah,
I don't think they want to do that at the long range. It really affects the range. It like halves the ranges almost.
Yeah, I think he was talking about it close range. That was DeGraw.
Yeah. Okay. Just wanted to confirm that.
All right, I'm gonna go get orders again. All right, I am back. So your sailors quickly move to unfurl extra sails, and you pick up speed. Ahead, you can see the British fleet, the lead ship anyway, which looks like the HMS London by the side of it, has turned south, and they've unfurled all their sails as well. And you are continuing to head east, and that's about it. Your squadron's almost about straight in terms of line of battle.
Okay. I'm going to change my heading to east-northeast.
To east-northeast?
Yeah.
Okay. Staying sail?
Yes.
Okay. As you turn more north, you risk going into the irons, but I'll keep you right now. I'll keep you so you're not at risk for that.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Admiral and his assistant. So your your specific squadron continues to form in the battle line. You kind of run a little bit parallel with White Squadron, who's to your right or south of you. Blue Squadron's getting into formation ahead of you. They've lit out full sail and are pulling in ahead. In the distance, you can see the British have turned south and have unfurled all their sails. Oh yeah, and I'm looking at your channel for draw a battle sail. Okay, got it. Thank you. Alright, Admiral de Bougainville. How do we say it? There's going to be a French person watching this cringing. Yep, so you continue to head east. Your squadron gets a little bit better into battle line. You can see Blue Squadron ahead is pulling away at full sail, and the British have turned south.
Right. So I will order easy sail. I will follow line of stern, and I follow the admiral's wake. Also, I will order the gunner crews to load chain shot.
Okay. And just so you know, chain shot it limits your range. to like half. So
Half the round shot.
okay, round shot. Got it.
So it would be around 700 meters
Okay.
as an extreme range.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
All right. So he wants to go east northeast, still at full sail, but so that'd be like 5, but then slowed, so maybe 4. That's probably about right.
East, that's 1 away. I don't think he can go that close to the wind.
That's
He'd
too
have
much.
to go 1 less than that.
Like that.
So he's got like 1. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you
Yeah.
agree?
Sure.
He's got to stay. He got to stay unless he wants to attack. Which
No, I
he
don't
do.
think he did. So something a bit like
And
that.
what I thought we'd do attacking is we just roll a d6. If you get a 1 on it, then they go into the irons for just a turn.
Yeah.
That can screw up the line though if it's the front person.
Oh yeah, that would.
I think you talked about the tacking in the player's guide, right?
Yeah, it
I
is.
think.
It's.
Yeah, alright.
I left that whole thing in there.
Well, so far they haven't done a melee yet, so let's see. Let's see how.
I like trying to board.
Well, no. Sometimes, like if somebody hasn't played naval and they primarily play land, they kind of just go for it, and
Oh, yeah.
it's cool. It's fun to see. But then they realize, oh wait a minute.
Okay. So they've dropped. So how would they be able to tell them pulling in sail? Because what Graves wants to do is drop his sail to 4 speed, whereas Hood wants to continue going at 5 speed. So he's going to catch him up pretty rapidly.
So I'd show them like overtaking
You're gonna
them.
Yeah, you're gonna overtake.
A
and
bit of
I
a
would
jumble.
And I might even roll to see if they potentially collide. Honestly.
So 4. So he's going at 4 speed, so he can move
Did
5, can't he? Roughly.
right? Did
Right.
they? Are they signaling to one another at all?
It should be.
Should be possibly. That's one thing. So where are they putting the signals?
They're in their planning channel.
Individual round. Yeah.
Um,
Did you tell them that they could just put it right into the planning of
Yeah.
their side?
yeah, they have done that, but
Okay. Whether they're reading it, whether they're reading, interpreting it, that's up to them, right?
That's part of this.
okay. Let me just go back and I'll double check them and let them know.
Yeah. I'm okay. I'm okay with him kind of just warning them once, right?
Yeah.
Too much of a jackass.
Well, that's. I mean, that's the. It's
That's
really
the whole point of it,
the
though,
whole
right?
point of it, because I mean, you're all in a line. It's a little bit boring from that perspective because you're just
Oh
trying
yeah,
to
and
follow
people
the
get a
leader.
little jumpy. And
Yeah.
people get jumpy. Really, honestly, yeah.
And so it's all
And you
about
gotta-
coordinating actions when with flags and slow.
And knowing that a battle usually takes an hour or more, right? And that the weather can change during it, and the fact that the rear really is the clincher in
Yeah.
the battles most of the time, and they have to be patient.
This battle is interesting because they took so long
Yeah,
to
it-
close with each other, and then they just
Yeah.
kind of followed each other for a few days.
So what we're about 15 minutes in, aren't we? About good 15 or 20 minutes through, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just to kind of give the audience a frame. Yeah, it takes a while for these, generally turn.
So are they running into each other, or did they?
No, I slightly took pity on them in the fact that he
Just give them the first.
he
one.
hadn't realised that there was the channel. He hadn't checked the channel, but I just made an assumption that he's not going to be an idiot, is he?
At
So
that point,
that'll
he
be
knows,
fine.
but
Yeah, he knows from now on
Yeah,
to
okay.
check.
We're very forgiving.
You're a nice umpire.
And they're not in range yet. Okay, so
I'm on my second Voodoo Ranger, so I get a little nasty now. It's my man. Don't worry.
So we're on turn 3, aren't we?
Turn 3.
Yeah, I think it's been a good 15 minutes real time.
I gotta move your
Which, please nobody check the scale on that because it's probably not accurate.
So the British aren't in range yet, but are about to be. Is that
No.
what?
No, they're not quite.
Yeah. One more turn at least for extreme.
Yeah, I just want to give them warning that they're about to come into range.
Now, as they do start coming into range, if you can double check what their intended target is, if it's the equal number, or are they concentrating on somebody? Because there might be a little bit. We might give them a -2 for concentration, by the way. If they start concentrating more than like 2, if they start concentrating more than 2, then we'll start knocking off because then they can't tell. They can't tell which splashes are theirs. They can't.
Okay, aim.
Yeah. You'd be glad to know that Graves said he will never be using Great Shot for the entire game and only using Round Shot.
Okay. Yeah, what I'm thinking is if somebody aims high or uses chain shot, we'll give them, if they get a critical or a heavy, then it'll do an automatic sail damage, or and then if they do grape, then they'll probably get an automatic crew if they get a heavy crit. Something to that level, I think is accurate, relatively, without having to overjudge it. If you all ever disagree with what I say, please.
So the heading...
Oh, I'm not going to do that. You know what you're doing.
The heading of the lead ship is... what, 70 degrees?
Let's get that here. It's a little easier with the round one.
Is that about right? 70?
Yeah, hold on. This is actually transparent, so what you can do is you can actually... let's scale this.
That's good.
And you just...
so it's like 80. Although, is that north? I guess that's our north now.
Well, you put 0 towards north, and then...
Right. I'm just making sure.
Okay, going back to...
You see how we made a no collision model on it? It's awesome, isn't it?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Here, I can do a little low. You want this like that or so?
No, I'm not taking a picture.
Right?
I just gotta tell him. Dang it.
Works pretty damn well.
My
friend made that. I'll take it out of the picture if you're done.
Yep, you're good.
Large blue UFO appears. Americans.
Alright, I'm gonna get orders. Be back. Alright, Admiral Comte de Bras. So you turn north by northeast, but you're only able to turn to about an 80-degree heading any further north, and you'll come into iron. So you either need to tack, or that's about what you can do.
Okay.
The British fleet continues heading south. They've pulled in a few sails, and they are not in range yet, but in the next 5 to 10 minutes, they'll be at extreme range, firing at you.
Okay. I'm going to correct my mistake of last turn and turn succession east-southeast to bring me out of Iron's jeopardy as well.
Okay, so east by southeast, still at full sail.
How will that position me in regards to the wind?
I mean, it's good. The wind will be coming across slightly behind you.
I'll stay at full sail for now.
Okay. Alright, thank you. I just read your voice channel description. Wee bucket. So, Debara, as you watch, has turned slightly northeast at 80 degrees, as you saw, heading directly towards the British fleet, which continues south, pulled in their sails slightly. Wind continues same northeast from the northeasterly direction as before.
No. The British were going 80 degrees.
Oh, is that what you asked? No, Debaris turned 80 degrees, so just slightly north of east.
Oh fuck.
The British are going basically due south.
So, if he's going east, okay.
Yeah, you can edit your signal message if you had the directions wrong. Okay, I'm assuming.
So
Oh, go ahead.
that lead ship of our line is along 80.
Yep. Yep. All right. I'm assuming you're just going to follow in line. Continue line, make full sail, do so. Got it. Okay. Thank you. All right, de Bougainville. So your ships are at limited sail, letting the rest of the fleet pull ahead of you ever so slowly. Way ahead, you can see the British continue their southern direction, and it looks like Debaris has turned his fleet slightly northeast. What are your orders?
I wait in line and to follow second squadron once they go past me.
Got it.
Cool, thanks.
My movement's done.
Cool.
So they're going to be not quite close enough, but in the next.
You're in my voice chat.
Oh, haha.
Thank God.
Okay, I'm back. I did my movement already.
Grand, thanks. I was just going to give him a turn 4 overhead shot then.
Still a little out, but
Yeah.
you know, occasionally somebody might be popping off on a cannon here, nervously or otherwise.
Yeah.
No birds have taken any eyes out yet.
Rabid seagulls on the loose.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Well, that would be going back to the Lord of the Rings battle then, wouldn't it? The eagles are coming.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
saying it's a
Dude,
seagull.
that looks really good, by the way.
Oh, it was really good. James did a great job on that.
Thank you.
Man, you're just cranking out some chaos here.
Gotta move that ruler.
That's
Is it normal that the admiral ship is in the middle of the line, or isn't it normally at the head?
No, actually, sometimes they would put themselves a little further back. Sometimes they would put themselves in the middle of their squadron so that both sides could see it, and then it would relay. I mean, it kind of depends on what the intention is. Like for Trafalgar, they wanted to be up front because they wanted to, you know, be all in the middle of it. Totally depends on what you do, and sometimes the admiral would go on a lighter ship. I mean, honestly, it's probably a little bit to mix it up. I wouldn't think they would do the same necessarily all the time.
Yeah.
So it kind of confuse the enemy as to where the.
So Nelson wanted to be right in the middle of it. There's nothing that could go wrong with that, could there at all?
Shit. Is that heartburn? No, it's not. Horatio. I'm I'm gonna get the ire of all the the ire of Trafalgar Square. Sorry, in apparently Irish Brook.
Yeah. Well, a lot of them were Irish. So that's
Yes,
pretty,
you're right.
okay.
You're right.
A lot of them would have been
right.
Irish or another nationalities. You could pick quite a few nationalities, and that would work.
I went to Ireland recently, so that's.
Did you? All right.
There you go.
That was great.
Whereabouts?
The entire damn island.
Oh, right. You did traveling around. Okay.
Oh yeah, we went the whole all the way down to where we ended up, all the way in the southwest, all the way.
The southwest. Yeah, I've not been down that way. My cousin and her husband are building a house down there, so we're waiting for it to be finished so we can go and then do a
all the
do a trip.
All the old copper, mines and so forth. Like,
Yeah.
Derelict. It was great. Nice vacation houses all down there.
All right, I'm making
Ocean
orders.
Bear Castle.
All right, Admiral Dabara, your lead ship, the Pluton, has turned southeast as ordered and is, with the wind has filled their sails now, starting to close the distance with the British. Still not quite in range, at extreme range, but will be closely, or soon, I mean.
Okay, continue the course.
Okay, full sail, south by southeast.
Yes, sir.
You got it. Alright. Thank you. Alright, Admiral de Grasse and his most trusted lieutenant. Or how do you say that in French? I don't know. So you can see Dabara has turned southeast now, and is closing distance with the British, who continue south. The south have pulled in, or the British have pulled in their sails a little bit. I have slowed down. Winds continue from the northeast. Continue line astern behind Dabara, full sail. Okay.
I'm back.
Okay, good. Thank you. Alright, Admiral de Bougainville.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello. Right. The fleet continues to pull ahead. You're just kind of nicely drifting along, waiting for your turn, your time.
Yeah. Still keep waiting. We stay on easy sail, and when the time comes, we will follow the admiral in the admiral's wake.
You got it.
That's all.
You got the boring job of following and the important job of finishing the fight when you get in there.
Exactly.
All right.
Just they're in tickle distance, right? They're kind of.
I haven't gotten any orders to
They're staying.
fire
they're
yet.
staying
Oh,
right
what?
up.
No, don't turn. It's like the real battle. They're gonna take forever to close distance.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Under. Oh, it's going relatively good.
Should
Once
we
start
should we
falling.
change the wind to mix things up?
Maybe wait 2 turns, maybe.
Okay, fine.
Throw it at them right when they're thinking they're.
Right when they got it figured out.
Yeah. Right.
I don't know
That was
what wind
that was
direction
my
would make
request.
things interesting.
Let's see. Probably would shift the. I don't know. A couple points this way, maybe.
I can't see where you're doing it.
Like over. Like couple, like almost like northwest. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't realistically go entirely.
No, but I mean, you could go.
Yeah.
What's due north, due east, or from the east. I don't know.
I think from the northwest would be interesting. I guess I don't know.
At the rear of both the lines.
I don't know. So,
I think east could be more
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Because then if the
Yep.
French, it's harder
Yeah,
for the French to
I agree.
close.
So I've done all movement, and yeah, they're turning to match the direction of the line, but they're still outside of range, aren't they?
Yep.
Yep.
Mhm. So if they happen to be firing or say they're firing, they're just kind of splashing it.
Yeah.
Okay. I had a bit of problem. I don't know whether you had the same thing that with the compass, I couldn't get it to move again against the wall that's there. I don't know if I can do it from a lower angle.
You have to take it at the 180. It's built.
That's
It's
where it's
built so
got.
you can only. Yeah, it's built so you can only touch it at the 180 ish.
Okay. So got it. Okay.
Yeah, I think he did that on purpose, just so that you wouldn't be activated.
Oh no! The thing I've got is that if I bring it over to, oh yeah, you can do it. I can't. Yeah, I can't do that for some reason. He won't let me. That's weird.
No, you're promoted.
Don't know why. Yeah, for some reason it's disappearing. However, I eyeballed it and I got it spot on. So I am a genius.
You are.
to take a line from Michael Mouse. So we're on to next orders, aren't we?
Mhm.
Screenshots.
How are things going from both your perspectives?
It's fine actually.
I mean, it's really easy
because
right
we're
now.
just doing. Yeah, it's really easy right now. I agree. Yeah, we're just doing orders and doing screenshots. So
and the two in the back are just following the front, so it's like it's not that much. Once we get in the battle, once we really get in the battle, get chaotic. But
we're on turn 6, aren't we?
5.
I might have got ahead of myself.
I'm getting about 5 ships worth of dice ready, maybe 6 or so. I think that's about as many as we'd probably get in.
Oh dang it! I keep doing the wrong person.
Have some light, medium, and heavy markers. I'm wondering if we should bring those in.
Where are you? There you are. No, don't want that.
Alright, go get my orders. Alright, Comte de Barras, your ships continue to head southeast. And it appears the British are turning southeast as well to match your direction, but the two of you are almost in cannon range, but not quite. So, yep, that's all I got.
Who can I tell who's moving faster?
You are.
Could I order my lead ship to kind of nudge itself a little bit, so as to threaten to cross their T?
Yeah, so a little, not entirely east, but a bit more east.
Yeah.
Okay. You got it.
And that's it. The Congo line will follow.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ho ho ho! Oui oui baguette.
Oh,
Je vais 3 baguettes. All right. So, what do you see? You see, the British fleet has turned southeast, or at least the lead ships have turned southeast, kind of matching the angle of your lead ships, or de Barras' lead ships. And they are at about half sail, whereas Debarra remains at full sail. And you nibble on a little bit of cheese and brioche, and that's it. All right, Admiral de Bougainville. As you look ahead, you're finally in position to get into the behind of de Grasse line, which the Magnanime is starting. Has turned north slightly to get behind. It's a bit hard to see what the British fleet is doing. You got all the sails in your way, all the way back here. So
Right. So then we'll go to full sail, follow the Admiral squadron, and we will prepare for battle.
Uh-oh. What happened?
I saw the same thing.
Did it kick you from the game?
Yeah, timeout Steam client.
Okay, that's weird. Let me save it so in case something bad happens.
Did you only see me drop?
No, you and Art dropped.
Okay.
Alright, I'm saving it just in case something bad happens. Right. See if you... Oh, it just dropped me. I think I saved it in time.
It usually. Do you have auto save turned on?
Oh, yeah, that too. That should...
Yeah, it should be fine.
Alright, that was... weird. Let me try again.
Where's that? What was it? There you go.
Yeah, saved it in time. Go me. Alright, you guys should be able to rejoin. Hopefully.
Okay, it's not coming up yet.
It was a little lower than it was before for some reason. Some other similar named.
Chesapeake, got it.
I don't know if you need to redo the script to get our names out.
I do.
Is it 136, wasn't it? The password?
135.
135 was it? Oops. Okay. Yeah. Come on. Range. Ooh, it's going very slow.
Yeah, so the French turned... Oh, there's your name.
Okay.
The French turned more east to close the distance.
And so the British, once I get around to it, so they're moving about 15 degrees, so it's going to be about there.
It's one tick, right? Yeah, one tick. I think it's 15.
And they're increasing sail to 3, so that's going to make them move 4, isn't it, roughly?
3 goes 3.
3 goes 3, but is the wind still favourable to them? So they're going to go an extra 1.
Yeah.
Just from your eyeballing, yeah.
Yes.
Because they're broad reaching, aren't they? Yeah.
Mhm. Yep.
So they're going to be there. So they're going to be coming up. Like that. So Graves wants to, where possible, I think you just remind me because I think you said something in the rules that there was a negative to this. Wants to target as many ships on a single ship at the same time, rather than spreading his fire as he bears. And Hood wants to keep going, so he's going to keep going.
He can do that, but for like the first 2 ships aren't going to have a problem, but then as soon as you start doing 2 or 3,
Yep.
It's giving me 3 or 4, then it's going to start -2 on each of those.
I'll let them know that.
So they're actually in range, but I didn't have orders to fire, so I guess we won't.
Well, the British they've said yes, fire as soon as they can start hitting, they'll start firing.
Check this right here because you do have range here potentially.
Well,
Or
how
right
far?
about-
How far
more.
forward?
Yeah. Yeah, well, they don't have that.
They don't have the angle.
Right about. Right, it's about like that. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, right. Ooh,
So
a
maybe
little
not.
bit more. One more tick. There you go. Right about there.
So
Drake is having to go past. He's catching it. So do you want to? Drake's gone for full sail, so he's going to have to turn off the back of.
I feel like Graves. I feel like Graves has broadside to Marseille, or the 74 second. This Graves can hit the second in line. There we go. Oh, what are you doing there? That's kind of neat.
putting short splashes.
Very good.
But you can go ahead and roll if you want to roll for it.
Yep. The assumption is that the first is just out. It's a miss.
Yeah, it's not going to be.
So there's no hits then, just firing but no hits.
But no hits. Correct.
Fantastic.
I don't know why.
At least there. But how many are firing on here?
I guess it's only going to be about the first couple of ships, isn't it, that are in range? Just
Here,
about. In fact, it's only the first ship, really.
Can you just check the Bedford? Sure.
Yeah, I just did real quick, so it looks like I'd say it's out of range.
Yeah. Okay. Agree.
I don't know why it does that.
Okay, so we've got first attacking.
I feel like I don't need all these dice. Do it one at a time, real quick. Ooh, I like those. I like that cotton ball look.
It only shows in one angle for some reason, but alright. French.
You don't have any of that. You don't have any like the one that have like fake candle lighting inside them.
I do,
you know,
but it has to be set up.
Don't worry about it. This looks great.
Yeah, I thought about
Have
doing
you-
that for this, but it just takes a while.
Smoke effects. Was that what you were just saying? That sometimes they're weird that they only show up really well from one or
Yeah, I don't know why that is.
certain planes,
thing-
isn't it? Yeah.
One thing I use a lot of is like the light. Do you have like the light fog blobs? Because
Yeah.
as soon as the line starts firing, then you get. This
Well, I added it. It's in there, but it only shows from one angle, so I don't know if you can see it. It's.
Oh yeah, I did see it now.
But if you turn, it disappears
Yeah,
from view,
right.
and I don't know.
I think it's because I when I've been doing my testing for my Sacco game, and I've blown them up. It's in sheets. If you actually look at the image, it's in sheets. So if you turn it at a different angle, the sheets are in line with your vision, so therefore it starts to disappear.
Yeah.
That seems to be what is happening. Very weird.
Let me try a different one. See if that. Oh, they all do it though.
Yeah.
Apparently, the orcs have cast Magic Ocean.
I don't know. I'm not gonna worry about it too much.
Nah.
All right, cool. We're good. I think that's it, right? I mean, are the French firing as well?
No, they didn't give orders to fire, so we'll.
Okay.
Right.
I mean, we'll give a little bit of a boost for first fire, as they call it. You know what I mean? Just a little bit, but potentially.
Was the sea rolling before? Is that just you just changed that and I just never noticed?
Oh, it's been
No, I
rolling
think
the
it's
whole
been that
time.
Is it really? I just never noticed it. Okay.
Pretty cool. Actually.
It's pretty
This
cool.
is that from the Black Seas module? I think.
No. This ocean or water I found. I can't even remember which one I found it on. Some module. But it's nice. It's modular, so you can change the water type to all different colors and whatnot.
That's cool.
It looks really good.
learn pretty quickly here if they potch that extreme, they're not going to get that much damage.
Yeah.
All right, orders.
I'll be back. All right, Comte de Barras. So your men turn east slightly, and the British turn south slightly, and come into range. The British lead ship, the HMS London, has started to fire on the Marseillais, but most of the shots are coming up short and missing, so no hits or damage yet. But your lead ships, the Pluton, the Marseillais, maybe the César, and even the Zele or Zeal, whatever, are in range or will be in range here shortly. Extreme range, but
Can I have 1 second to translate a message?
yeah. Let me give orders or updates, and I'll come back.
Thanks.
So were you guys able to add your own to this then?
All right.
I added a few, yeah.
So you can hear cannon fire coming from the lead British ship, the HMS London, firing at the head of your column. Hard to tell from way back here, but it looks like most of the shots are missing. I'm still at pretty far range. The French ships have not returned fire yet, as far as you can tell. And yep, that's it.
All right. There we go. Yeah, I'm just going to continue eating my brioche and stay in line.
You got it.
Yes, sir.
All right. Echoing from the front of the line, you can hear artillery, small, thunderous sounds of artillery coming from the front. Looks like the British are firing at the front of your line, or the French line. Too hard to tell from the back here if they scored any hits or anything. But you are now well in line with the rest of the fleet and following from behind.
Mm-hmm. All right. Keep following.
Okay. All right, Comte, what's your orders?
Okay. So, gonna turn the line east, reduce sails to battle sail, and allow the ships that are in range to begin engaging with chain shot.
Chain shot.
Yeah.
All right. How far was battle sail? Was that 2? Peter?
Yeah, I'm looking. Yeah. Fighting sails too. Yep.
Okay. And then they said they wanted to do chain shot.
At this point, okay.
Yep. So we can
Well,
let them learn that it's shorter.
Yeah.
Hold on. What sail were you doing, by the way?
Battle sail until I guess I've ordered Debarras to slow to battle sail. So I'm going to stay full sail until the ships in front of us slow to battle sail. Then we're going to slow to battle sail.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good answer. I was hoping you'd say full sail and then there'd be fun.
Oh no.
The chain shot is not effective until you get to medium.
Okay.
The blue distance here. I think some rule systems say short, but that's too much.
Yeah.
With how we're doing it. So.
I'll let him know. He can learn.
Yep. You can just tell him that it's falling short, and skipping like a rock. But they'll quickly get they're turning in.
Yeah, they're closing on each other quickly. I hate that the smoke only works one direction.
I don't get that. The one I had doesn't do that. I wish I could.
Well, and it doesn't do. It's only over the water
they-
like this. When it's over land, it's fine.
Can I pull one as promoted? Can I pull an object in? Hold on a second. Let me try
Yeah,
something.
you should be able to. Sometimes,
I know my Corfu challenge has it. Hold on.
so top down, it works fine.
3, 4, 5.
And looking
Let me
west,
bring
it works fine.
I'll bring one in that I use a lot. Now the thing to keep in mind with this one
Okay. That's that.
is that it has a collision model, so you got to watch out when you kind of move it.
Yeah.
So
So he's moving. So the wind's coming from there. So he's going to be side on now, which I've forgotten what side on is. So he's going to be moving at full sail, which means he's going to be going at 5, isn't he?
here's my fault right here.
It's doing the same thing.
Yeah, we're right at the.
Actually, that's the same one I use.
Excuse me. I'll get rid of that. We're getting into possibly even long here.
Getting shot at.
Is this the final disposition?
For the French, yeah.
Yeah, the British are just sorting out. That's going to be the final as well in a second.
At least. I'm going to be at least still extreme. I can start rolling here.
So the French aren't doing anything, so you can roll for the British hitting.
And the British are firing in as they bear, rather than now that she's not rather than
Can you.
amalgamating
are
ships.
Are they fully moved at this point?
Yeah, they're all fully moved. The only thing I've got to do is graves at the back. Everyone else is moved.
Can you just start measuring from about here just to see who's.
Okay, so
We'll go from back. Yeah, so those.
Let me-
All right, you can go from front to back. It's fine. There you go. So we're still long. We're still extreme here. So let's
Okay.
roll that real quick.
and they're going at
That is a miss. Okay. What is the second ship doing? Same ship.
yeah, they're moving. He said you'll fire down the line as they bear rather than amalgamating now.
Okay. All right. So second on second.
Yeah, because of the fact I said there would be a negative once you got up to a certain point. For some reason, that line isn't working.
That's a miss as well.
Okay.
Again, these are mostly going to be misses, y'all.
Yeah.
They're getting close, but they're just not scoring. Even if they hit, sometimes it's extreme hit, just bounce off the wood. Third in line. Can you just double check the third in line real quick? Or I can do it, I guess.
So I saw I do it. So it looks like
Yeah, extreme.
yeah, stream range.
Still a miss.
All right.
They're close. You can report to them that they're, whatever.
Yep.
Close.
So these are all firing, aren't they? Clone.
See a couple bounce off.
Yep.
There are carronade by this year, but I pretty much just factor that into the point blank. In short.
Are we on turn 7, aren't we?
Yes.
Fab.
Well, this is going quicker officially than most Age of Steel I've ever played. So it's so good to have more than one umpire. I will say that.
Yeah, I bet.
It's true.
Just about the right amount of players too. honestly.
Alright, I go to get orders. Alright, so the Pluton has turned pretty much due east now and has started firing on the British fleet. But you can see that with the chain shot, their shots are coming woefully short of the British ships, like half the distance. You really need solid shot to reach at extreme range where they're at.
Switch to solid shot.
The three lead British ships are firing on your three lead ships, but you are lucky insofar that they have not been struck at all yet. They've all missed. Of course, you're both at extreme range. The British have turned. They were south, and now they've turned back to southeast. And they have gone to. They're lowering their sail, so they're picking up speed as well. So, are you ready for orders?
Yeah, I'm gonna switch to solid shot. And I guess I'll just continue as we go for now.
Okay, so continue east at battle sail.
Yep.
Okay, you got it. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Alright, the battle is starting to pick up. So the three lead British ships have turned southeast, lowered sail, and are firing on your on the three lead ships of Debarras' fleet. So far, it looks like all are missing, so that's good. Debarras' own three ships are also firing. It looks like they're firing chain shot, which is landing woefully short of the British ships, like half the distance it needs to be. So that's it. They're heading east at battle sail.
Do you know what direction we are, what degree we are heading at right now?
You're like due east at the moment.
Due east. Okay.
I will continue behind Varys at just in succession, I suppose, line astern.
You got it.
Playing the waiting game.
Okay, thank you. Alright, the sound of cannon fire far out ahead of you continues and intensifies. You can see that Debarras' ships are firing now as well, and the fleet continues eastward at battle sail.
Right. What would I gauge is the distance between the firing ships?
Extreme distance, like 1.5 kilometers or so.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay. So I will order battle sail, and I will tack in succession to northeast.
Oh, so you're heading northeast?
I'll tack in succession. So I guess I follow. I do what the other guys do.
Okay, because they're heading east. If you go northeast, you'll start to pull left and north of them.
Okay. Well, no. Then I will go northeast.
Okay. Not a problem.
Yeah, cool.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
The French are firing solid shot now.
I think he's got medium.
Oh, should I ask? Yeah, should I ask who he's targeting? I should.
If he didn't say, I would just do equal number.
Yeah.
But,
Well, let me ask. Let him
all right.
decide.
Give him this once, but he needs to say.
Yeah. Hey, in terms of firing, what are your orders for firing and targeting?
What do you mean? Like what I'm gonna shoot for?
So you can do you can concentrate on a certain ship, or you can do each ship target. Like the first ship targets the first ship, second targets the second, that kind of thing.
Which ship is closest
To you?
Well, to the firing line. I'd have them all concentrate on the ship that's closest to them, whichever one that is.
Okay, so I'll concentrate on
If it's the same for multiple, then
okay, you got it.
So we're getting a flip.
Flip and turn.
No, it's backwards.
So
Are the French fully moved?
Yeah, they moved. They're still at battle cell, so a little bit slow.
They might find that to be
So about there.
Crunch here. This is gonna be interesting.
It will be.
So are the French moved? Have they?
They have.
Yeah, they have.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So
They had the right idea originally. They were trying to get ahead of them, and then they just slowed down. I don't know.
thought they'd get more maneuverability out of it, or
would they be from this range? Just from your knowledge, I haven't actually thought about that. Would they be able to see them change their sails, and therefore easily be able to see that they're probably going to reduce their speed from what they can observe and their knowledge?
I've been describing the British sails each time, like.
Have you? Okay, I haven't been doing that. All right, I'll change that then.
Just to give an indication of speed. I mean, you can kind of see it in the.
I kind of say they're going slightly faster than you or slightly slower than you, but that's basically all I've been doing. Okay.
So the French are firing. They're concentrating on whatever ship is closest to.
Take a look at that, because that would be pretty much that Royal Oak. So Pluton to Royal Oak, I think, or possibly Resolution.
That works.
We can do Resolution real quick. Is it medium? Yeah.
Yeah, it was no
Yellow.
Yellow for the lead, and extreme for the other three.
Okay, let's do yellow for the lead then. Let's see what we got here. Miss.
Okay.
And white for the rest, right?
Yep.
For 2 at least, right?
So they are not going to have any firing yet.
Miss, and then the third. Miss. Okay.
And then all the British ships are going to fire.
And then medium, I think.
So I guess the first 2 can only hit the Pluton. In fact, the first 3 can probably only hit Pluton, can't they? Or even the first 4.
Yeah, and you can go ahead and do it. Let's do the first 2 at normal, and then we'll do -2 on.
So then the first 2 from firing will be
yellow, or
definitely
white?
yellow. I think they're all. Let's have a look. They all look like they're in yellow. To be fair.
Okay, so the first
for
4
the first ship
firing
on the Pluton.
Okay, so
and then
do, London on Pluton. Let's do that real quick.
Yeah.
Miss. Third. Come on. Nope. Fourth. Nope.
A lot of misses.
Okay.
Misses at this point.
So the last 3 ships, if we say, say ships 5 and 6 can fire on. Is it the Marseille behind, and they're at white range, extreme. And the last ship can fire on the Scissor at the back, and they're at white range as well. Extreme.
Somebody's got to get lucky here. Nope.
Nope. Okay.
Nope.
And currently, just as you can see at the back, Drake's going straight towards. Actually, I need to move those over a little bit because he's heading more in that direction. Just realised I've done that slightly wrong. So, okay, and there's nothing, no hitting, lots of firing, but no hits.
Yeah, no visible hits. So
Okay.
at least palpable hits.
What are the British splitting in two?
Yeah, the Drake at the back is separated, and he's ploughing. He's going to try and cross the French do a Trafalgar, I believe. That's what he's kind of looking at.
That'll make it interesting. I like it.
Yeah.
Don't know if it'll work, but I like
No.
it.
Somebody didn't get at least a lucky shot there.
So next turn we'll change the wind to east.
Okay.
That'll be very interesting. Prejudged, of course.
Oops, how'd I do that?
Should I give him a warning that the wind appears to be changing?
Yeah.
Or starting to change?
They would.
To the more to the east. Okay, so that way they get a little bit of a heads up.
They can feel it shifting.
Yeah.
Or see the smoke shifting.
I like it. All right, you feel a shift in the wind as it turns from coming from the northeast to more easterly, which is unfortunately straight at you. So you have a chance of being in the irons if you don't do something about it very quickly. At the same time, you're coming under heavy fire from 7 British ships, but you must have God's favor with you because all shots miss as they splash into the water all around you. Your own ships fire back, though you don't have as good an angle, but they miss as well. And the British fleet is pulling ahead of you as they have more sail. And you can see your sails start to slack as the wind shifts east, and it's not looking good.
Shifting southeast fix the problem with the
southeast.
Well, with being in the face of the wind. Yeah.
Okay.
So southeast. James.
Yep. Sorry.
No, yes, no.
Thank you.
And I guess at this point, would it also increasing sail help us go a bit faster?
It would.
Okay, I'd do that as well.
Alright. Alright, thank you.
Thank you.
But doesn't have to be.
Alright, you feel a shift in the wind as it changes direction from the northeast to the east, which puts all your ships at risk of going into the irons, but you have a chance to do something about it before that happens.
Alright.
You can also see the British fleet firing on Debaris, the head of the column, and a portion of the fleet has split off and is sailing almost directly towards you.
Yeah, I gave those orders to Bougainville. I saw that and I was like, oh, he needs to deal with that. You said it's coming from the east now? It's an easterly.
Yes.
Oh boy. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to. We're going to attack through the wind. We're going to head northeast. That's what we're going to do. Maybe slightly a little more east than north,
You got
but
it.
not.
What's your
Yeah.
sail?
Battle sail, please.
Okay.
If our guns are not loaded, we're. Oh, jeez. Can I load? Different on port and starboard. Can I load different types of shot?
We're not going to account for that.
Okay. I'll just load chain shot then, please. Thank you
Okay, change shot.
for now.
All right, Admiral de Bougainville. You feel a shift in the wind. It goes from the northeast to the east. So most of your ships are heading east still. If they continue to do so, they'll be, dead in the water. They need to change direction, either more north or south. Your lead ships are already heading slightly northeast, so they're in a better position.
Right. I will order the ships to turn north in succession. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Well, that certainly made it interesting. Most of the French were heading east, so I told them they had to do something immediately, or they'd be in the irons. But the middle here, they're crossing the wind, so they need to roll for going into the irons, I think.
Here?
Yeah. These ships, if you want to roll for it.
We need a dice would help.
Here's a d6.
So right here, you're talking?
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess all of them could theoretically. I don't know if you want to do it for the lead or just all of them. But what was?
First one? No irons. No irons.
Apologies, I was a bit slow that turn. So they're going to go 30. It's going to be about there. So they're going to go.
Irons. They're okay. They're okay.
Oh, I forgot to tell them they're turning to east. I forgot to tell them that. Damn it.
Go
I checked all.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't affect them as much.
Okay.
Let's have one go into the irons just for the fun of it.
Yes, that's fine.
We'll say the Hercule.
This guy, something right. One
this
right there.
This guy got stuck. All right, I like it.
Everybody else is trying to come over like here. They would come out on about 2 points from east.
Yeah.
So east. Cardinals aren't very good right now. Let's see. They'd end up at southeast.
So are they okay? They're facing?
These guys right here?
Yeah.
You want them ending up at southeast, right?
No, they wanted to head north by northeast.
Oh, okay.
So they're
gonna go east northeast. So they would be yes to that. Yes to Destin. Yes.
Okay. All right, then these guys are. That's an extreme. So orders are still to concentrate. So I guess these 3 would still be, or 4 would be shooting at
medium.
So these are still going at full sail. So they're going. Full sail is going to be going at 6, isn't it, with the wind direction at the moment? Because the broad reaching.
Well, it's from the east now, so wouldn't that just be normal?
I thought it was turning this turn, isn't it?
Oh, that's true. That's true. I guess it's up to.
So, it's actually the wind's coming from here, isn't it? So they're going to be side. It's actually going to be 5.
Yeah.
It's not going to be 6.
One thing is that before they turn, they should go at least a grid. I don't know if you've been doing that, but I think you've been.
Yeah. I have, except when it's obviously if they're going in line ahead, I've just done it following on.
That's fine. Mm-hmm.
You can probably
This is
just.
going to get interesting.
And he is going straight ahead. So he's going to be up to about here.
Ooh,
Straight
that's
ahead. What?
So range, he wants to get into at least blue range. He's not quite there yet, and then turn to match their line.
That's very interesting.
He's blocking these guys. Okay, so that's going to get interesting. Oh, these guys matching sail here?
Yeah, he said he didn't say he was changing his sail. So the wind now is coming from the east, which is, reminds me, my brain's gone.
To the right of the picture.
So it's coming to the right of the picture, isn't it? Yeah, got you. Oh yeah, because that's going to put them in iron, isn't it? Of course.
Which is kind of where the smoke would actually start trailing this way, but we're not going to get that.
So has all firing been done? Sorry, I was a bit late on that. I was dawdling with my turn there.
No firing's been done.
Yeah. Here,
Okay.
I'll do that now.
Are they?
So-
Is this group firing? I don't know if they can shoot anything.
I guess they might be able to. Yeah. There's, so the front ship could definitely hit where the red dice is on the French line. I don't know what ship that is. That is the Palomar.
Just keep it there.
Okay, and
What in the-
though actually they could probably I'd say if he's got to fight. So they're probably the first two ships can fire on the Palomar for definite. We're gonna do
Okay, I
clone.
just did the first one. It was a miss. Probably not going to do anything. Miss. So
Okay.
these two miss.
And-
Palmer.
Okay.
Okay, so are we? You want to go ahead and just finish the British
Yeah,
line?
do all
What
the
else-
British.
what else we got? Let's go from America forward. Can America hit anybody? I think America could hit either this one or this one.
Oh, right, okay.
Is that long?
Gotcha.
I think they're at long right here.
Yeah, they've kind of gone out of range, haven't they, by the looks of it? For the front of the line definitely has.
Here, just check. Do you mind?
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, you let me if you're doing it.
I might as well at least give him a white because
Yeah.
I think that's what he's got. Ooh, that was a light damage.
Hey,
Yeah, he got lucky. Who he would be firing at?
So
Probably
is that
this one right here.
whole? So I just write light damage on it.
Oh, light. Let me go double check that. Yes, light.
All right, I wrote light damage on hull for that one. Marseille.
and that is the Marseille, is it? Okay,
Yeah.
Which one?
fantastic.
You can at least tell them they got a palpable hit.
Okay, and everyone else is at extreme range. Are so the French ships are
Tell me one at a
irons,
time.
aren't they? So they're just close hauling now, aren't they? They're just turning to close haul.
So we just did
Okay.
America. Let's do Europe. I'm going
Okay.
to Europe right now, and that is a miss. The next one is Montague, and that is a miss. The next is Royal Oak on probably Pluton, right?
Yellow. Whitish.
And what is the range on that? Is that yellow?
Yeah, it's close.
Yep.
Give
I
it-
think that's the only one that's yellow. If I remember, I did a.
that is unfortunately a miss.
Oh dear. Okay.
These guys have arc.
So they'll be white.
They're all white. 3 white, right?
Yeah, 3 white on the lead ship.
Let's just do that real quick. Miss.
Are they in arc to fire? Will they be? I don't know actually.
They probably would have been through the turn.
Yes. they
Okay.
would.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope, not quite. Okay. Nope.
French
That
turn.
was the only palpable hit. Okay. Okay, so now we're on French.
So
All right,
Yep.
so
back ship
back at him.
does white to lead.
Okay. Okay, let's check that. Light damage.
Ooh, a 20.
On
Right
America.
damage. So
Is
that needs.
critical? Or no? There's no
No.
critical.
No, it would say critical.
So is that hull will go to what's the next one up? I've forgotten. Light, is it? So they've gone to light. Got it. The Barfour.
So we're getting some palpable hits now.
So,
Okay, so
yellow.
Ooh, we're on yellow. Okay, just a slight bit better. Let's see what we get here. That's a miss. Any other yellows? Couple more.
One more yellow,
I would
yeah.
say one more. Yeah. Was that this is R?
one more yellow is a critical hit.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Mast hit.
Okay. Mast hit.
Yeah, so that's going to be a sail hit. So they are now at light sail, as well as they took.
So light damage on the
light
map.
damage
Yeah.
and light damage and light sail.
Yeah, got that. So light and hull and so light damage. Yeah. So do you need to, on the mast? It's just do I just need to write light, or do you want to write light sail?
I wrote
Just
it
light.
already. It's on master
okay,
light
thank
sail,
you.
mast hit, and then
Now
light
we're starting to
damage.
get hits.
So is it light damage? Is it 2 light damages? So it goes to medium, or just it's still just light?
Did it already have light? Who
Yeah,
got hit, right?
that was the lead one.
the-
So it had.
Yeah, the
light.
Buffalo's got light on its hull, and it's got now
Oh.
light on its mast.
He's at medium now.
Okay, so medium.
Okay.
But at this point, he takes another medium to go further.
Got it.
Okay.
So at medium, he
Now-
loses. At medium, he loses. He is at -2 to hit. You
Okay.
might want to write that. -2 to hit, and he's at
Alright,
negative.
I'll do that.
And he does lose. He loses a movement.
Are you writing it down?
Yeah, that's right. So critical was on the mast, wasn't it? So and it's -2 to fire.
Okay, and then these front 2 are white on these over here.
You can put the mast hit under the crit. Oh, you already did. Never mind.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. You did good there. Thank you for that. Very good. As I randomly give applause. All right. How many more?
Just 2 more.
I think that's
These
it.
2. So whites. These 2 whites shooting.
Okay, hold on.
Maybe that's yellow.
So that going into irons quite helped the French, didn't it? In some regards.
Kind of.
2 minutes. No more hits.
Okay.
No more hits.
We're good.
Fantastic. Okay, right. Screenshot.
I was thinking folks would get some hits there at least.
Yeah.
It's starting to happen.
They are doing right in the fact that medium is about where you start getting. Medium is always considered the effective range.
Yeah. Well, that's why Hood just decided firing at extreme range is ridiculous. So he was going to get in.
It's closing quickly. They might pay for it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, it goes 2 ways, literally.
So on turn
A little bit.
9.
That's correct, I think. Yep.
Yep. Turn 9.
Okay.
Oops.
So,
40 minutes in. Pretty cool. Going pretty good. Pretty good pace.
yeah, it's going alright.
Yeah. Yeah, as soon as we get down to that medium, we're at that 50% range.
Yeah.
And it
I
gets
start seeing stuff.
that's when it's effective.
I hate that it. I can't
right.
hardly. The smoke only works top down, but that's all right.
Wood. Yeah.
And with the one ship that's into irons, it's just gonna like take a couple turns
It's-
stuck.
One extra turn.
Oh, okay, so not terrible.
So are all those ships in irons, or just some of them are now close?
No, they all tacked crosswind and are heading
He'll
north.
check
Only
again
one
for
got
irons.
checked.
He'll check again for irons. So there's a
Okay.
1 in 6 chance that he'll stay in irons.
Oh, I
but
see.
It's probably pretty rare that he would continue.
And so have they dropped speed then because of that?
You want me to? Well, they're drifting at that point,
That one.
Right.
so
Ship.
they would go with the wind.
It's just
Yep.
one ship though. The rest are just sailing
One-
northeast.
they
Oh,
would-
okay.
They would drift one grid with the wind,
I see. Interesting.
unless they're anchoring, which. I would-
So which ship was the one that was in irons then? Just for my
Uh,
interest.
The Hercule.
Which one was it?
This
Oh,
one.
okay.
I just
That's
left.
right.
I just left.
Oh,
it
the one
facing
that's
east.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
That was the one ship needed to be randomly in irons, no matter what. They'll laugh at us during the video. Who cares?
They'll be like, "Oh,
Really?
the dice said it was fine, and they made it." We'll just try to mix things up, make it fun.
Right. I should
Alright,
go
I'll be
to
back.
orders.
All right. Things are picking up. It is getting crazy. So most of your fleet is now firing, including your own ship, the Auguste. The British have split into 3 and come in different directions. Their middle fleet is crossing their front fleet inexplicably. But the good news is they're coming right at you, and so your 3 ships, the Caesar, the Zale, and the Auguste, all fire on the Barfleur and start hitting it hard. Cannonballs hitting the side. You notice one of them gets a lucky strike on the mast, a critical hit, and the main mast comes down, tumbling into the water with a crash of rope and timber. So they're now down to minimum sail. They can't sail very fast. They've taken a lot of damage. So you've done good against the Barfleur. On your side, the Marseillais has started to take hits, just light damage, and that's about it. The rest of the shots are missing, but you're starting to get closer range.
So the Barfleur is the lead ship in their second squadron, I'm assuming, and the Marseillais is the lead ship in mine.
The Marseille is actually your second ship in your line.
Okay. Is is their second squadron within range of chain shot, or are they still out of it?
They could be. If you kind of turn, well, you can't really turn much more east, but if you didn't move much and turn to face them, yeah.
Yeah, I guess I won't. I'm not going to do that. So because we still need to worry about their first squadron, so keep going the way we're going. But I want to keep people pouring fire onto the Belfort while they're crippled.
Okay, so focus on the Belfort. All the ships that can focus on Belfort.
The first 2 no, but the middle 3 and everything after it, yeah.
Okay. All right. It's been a tense few moments. So all the captains give the order to tack across the wind and come about northeast, and all but the Hercule are successful. The Hercule unfortunately goes into the irons and is stuck, having lost the wind from their sails. The crew's desperately struggling to get back into good position. To the east, the battle is in full effect, with most of Debarras's ship firing. Let's see, and you can see, even though you're a bit far away, it looks like they scored several critical hits on the British fleet. Have split into 3, and they've scored critical hits on the lead ship of the middle one, the HMS Barfleur. You can see, even from where you are with the spyglass, that their main mast has been struck and has tumbled into the water.
Yes, let's go. Vive la France.
Yep. So, what are your orders?
Yeah, it's a little tricky. I feel very bad for Bougainville because I keep giving him confusing orders. I'd like to turn in succession, headed north-northeast. Hercule, if she can get out of irons, she'll just take a position at the rear of my squadron, and then hopefully.
What sail are you at?
Currently, I should be at battle sail, and I will stay at battle sail. If enemy ships bear, we're to open fire. With, I think I loaded round shot is what I did. So we'll fire our first round shot, and then I guess next turn we'll change it. But yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
All right, Admiral de Bougainville. So your ships were able to successfully turn, tack across the wind, and start heading northeast. You can see the Admiral de Gras has done the same with his, which is now splitting up U2 from the rest of Debaris, who's heading southeast. It looks like one of de Grasse's ships got into the irons and they're drifting westward now, struggling to fix the situation. The British fleet, it appears, has been split into 3, heading different directions. So, and they're engaged heavily with Debaris at the front.
All right. I will follow in the Admiral's wake northeast. Right. I'm still under battle zone, right? Yeah.
All right, got it. Thank you.
Yeah, interesting. Oh, that's getting interesting up here.
Yeah, I think they're going to end up just...
Oh, this is like short range. Oh,
yeah,
boy,
they're just going to do... What's it called when they like both go opposite directions? Just...
I
don't know. It's going to be fun.
Fire. They're going to fire as they bear, really.
Yeah.
Probably. Their closing action, I guess.
I'm glad, well, except for de Bougainville, everyone's getting action at least.
Yeah, this is a great match. This is actually one of the better Age of Sail I've ever played, honestly. Miniatures or otherwise. Yeah, folks are kind of doing the needful, right? They're kind of learning the needful as they go.
Yeah.
At least, how we're interpreting it, at least. They're not just meleeing either. They're thinking about it, which is good. Some interesting strategies.
We're gonna get some good damage this round.
As soon as we get into the blue, this is where they'll realize, okay.
This is where it happens.
Yeah. Ooh. Really? Oh boy. Holy crap! This is interesting right here.
So these guys are gonna go.
But both of them, actually, honestly, both sides are doing some interesting.
So they're going to go forward.
Oh, they haven't even moved yet.
Ooh, interesting.
Well, I don't think I moved them, no. Oh, God. You know what? Let me just have a quick look at the previous planning shot just to make sure I haven't moved them twice. Give me a sec.
I don't think you have. I really don't.
No, I don't, because you moved them up, didn't you? So they are
these
like so.
Weren't. Ooh, this is rough right
here. Yeah.
Right.
Action.
Action.
These guys are all...
And then at that point, even if they're negative, even if you concentrate, you can concentrate at that range and it won't be too bad, right? So like the first 2,
yeah, because they're so
normal.
close.
The second 2 will be -2, and really, honestly, that's really how many you can fire, bear to fire. Actually, we kind of need to bring out the blues.
Bring out the blue. We got any red? No red. These guys are close, though. They're almost there.
Yep.
Should make each one larger. Just as you measure, call out the color, and I'll just roll it right away.
Okay, so where are you going to do the British first? You want to start with Graves?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, that's fine.
So the Graves' first 2 ships are both the first one's going to be yellow. Second one's going to be white.
Hold on.
That'll be firing yellow and white.
Okay, hold on a second.
That's okay.
Alright, white is a miss. Okay,
And the yellow was the front one was yellow, second one's white. That's on the and then
white.
So the third ship, which will be firing on the Marcelo, that's going to be white as well.
Okay.
Oh bugger! I just accidentally caught hold of that.
Right.
Sorry, my apologies.
Let's see what we get here. Miss.
Um,
Somebody's gonna get lucky.
It's gonna happen.
I think that's a white. That was a
So, and the ship behind will also be white. The
miss.
3 ships behind will all be white. I think the last ship's going to get covered by the Barfleur, so I don't think they're going to be able to fire on. Although,
You're going on Pluton.
On the
light damage.
yeah, go on Pluton.
Light
Yeah,
Light damage
Okay.
on Pluton.
Pluton.
I'll
Yep.
write it down.
All right, and that was the first one. So Europe gets miss. Last one gets
The America.
miss. Okay.
Okay, so a bit of light damage there.
Yeah.
So from the British ships here, so the Barfleur, which is on a -2, I guess will fire on.
Marseille.
Marseille.
What would you say? The Marseille. Yeah.
Blue.
That's a blue.
Blue finally. Oh boy. Watch
But
it.
blue with a -2 though.
Bring it.
That is a miss, actually.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Wow.
Some Parsan ship going on here. So the HMS Alfred is HMS Alfred is with blue on the Zelly.
Check your ranges. Just if.
Yep.
Check your ranges. If that's blue, he probably would go for it.
Yeah, blue.
Yeah, so that's going to be blue
Blue
definitely to the Zelly.
Okay, hold on. That is a miss, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Wow, bad rolls.
Bad
Alright,
rolls.
so
Bad
right
rolls.
there.
So the next ship, which will be the Bellequa, that's going to be a yellow to the Dime.
Miss. Keep
Wow.
going.
So then the invincible firing, I would say to the Scorpion will be a white,
It's gonna be pretty much miss. Yeah.
and the final 2 ships, which are Centaur and the Monarch, firing to the Palmyra, both will be whites.
Miss. And somebody can get lucky. There's
Wow,
not quite.
Brits. And then for the final Brit firing over here, so we've got the HMS Terabral firing on definitely at blues to the Bourgogne.
Miss.
Wow.
My God.
God's on the side of the
Um,
French.
There you are at the moment. So you've then got the Ajax firing also on the Bourgogne. That'll be a blue as well.
Critical hit. Fallen
Hey.
rig.
What ship was that on?
So critical hit is fallen rigging.
Yeah, so that's
So I'm doing it, James,
Okay,
don't worry.
go ahead. Okay.
And that will be, would that be light damage for the mast?
hold on one second. So let's see. Critical hit on blue would be medium damage, actually.
So medium damage on the racks. Okay.
So
And is that any negative on the sailing at all?
Yes, -1 for the medium, but also negative for the fallen rigging. So that's -2.
So -2 for movement, yeah?
Yep, and they
-2
always can go
move.
1, by the way.
Right, okay, got it. So that's fallen rigging and critical -2 move, got you.
Cool.
I think the other ships aren't in. I don't think they've got. I mean, it's up to you. Do you think the Alcide has got an angle on here?
Hold on, let me look.
Seems a bit.
That's a
I
little.
don't know.
That's,
Is that that's a little extreme, isn't it?
yeah, I think so. It's right on the edge.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
So that's all the British firing done then.
good. Some good palpables in the rear here.
All right. French turn. Blue.
Yep. French.
On
Blue.
the terrible.
Ooh, don't move those.
Oh, sorry, I've moved your dice. My apologies. Put them back in.
Alright. Right.
Tell you what I'm gonna do. Let's take one of those. Clone.
Medium damage hit.
Okay.
So that's on the terrible, is it?
I just wrote it down.
Medium.
That's
Medium
negative
damage on the hull.
Yeah, I wrote it down.
Yes.
All right.
Did you? Oh, okay.
White on Centaur.
Okay.
No, actually, I take that back. He'd be shooting here. Yellow.
Okay. Yellow gives you miss.
Okay. Another yellow.
Could get lucky. Light damage.
Okay. And if it's already
That's no-
medium damage, so what is that?
That's nothing, is it?
Nothing.
Stays medium.
All right. Another yellow.
Okay.
That's okay.
This is working pretty good. Miss.
Okay. Another yellow.
Where's this one too?
Light damage. Light damage.
Light
is on
damage
the
on the invincible. Yep.
On which
Okay.
one?
The Invincible.
Invincible, got it. I'm doing
Okay,
it. I'll write it
blue.
as you're doing it.
Blue on the Bellicue.
Medium damage.
Medium on
Again, is that
Bellicue.
full hit? Yeah, medium.
Yeah, that's a -1 to movement.
Okay, then blue against the Alfred.
Okay. Thank y'all for calling this out. This is working so well. Miss, unfortunately.
Okay, and then blue against Barfleur.
It's a miss.
And then white.
Okay.
One last white.
Is that white on the Montague, is it?
Yeah, one of those ships. Probably gonna miss.
Yeah, it's Montague.
Miss.
All right,
Miss, okay.
we're good.
So let me just, fantastic. So there's a lot of hitting and missing as well. So the Barflew didn't get hit by all these ships here, but they did some light damage on. Where did they do the light damage?
That was more of a average representation of a turn, so that was good. I like that. It was good.
So the big hitters were on the Terrible and the Burgoyne, wasn't it? Smacking each other.
Very
They got -2.
maneuvering by both sides, honestly.
Okay. -1 took medium damage. Right, okay. I'm just going to get it. So I've got it straight for the reports.
Cool. Sorry.
Ooh, we got any smoke over here. I need some
Nice.
smoke.
Nice
Clean.
shots.
Oh.
Yeah, I just wish the side views showed the smoke because it looked cooler. But
I got a pretty good. I'll send you one.
yeah, I guess if you do it from the British side, it looks good. But the French side.
I'll send it to you in Umpire.
Right, top down shot first.
So far, so good.
Turn, yeah, it's going well, I think. Turn 10.
Yep.
And the French are still going at quite slow speed, aren't they?
They're all
Plain sail?
Yeah.
Battle sail now, are they?
Yep.
Okay. So they're speeding up.
At this point, you have a pretty considerable amount of smoke, so I would maybe start garbling the visibility of the sail settings.
Sure.
I'll be doing that naturally anyway, to be fair.
Yeah.
All right. What a turn it has been. So your entire fleet is now fully engaged against almost three of the British different fleets. You're starting to take damage. So the Pluton has taken light damage. The Marseillon has taken light damage. César's good. The Zelle's good. The Auguste is good. I think the rest of them are good. So only light damage on a couple ships. In return, you have done heavy damage. Again, the Barfleur, the lead ship of the middle British section, is heavily damaged. You did some more to some of the other ships in the line. And then your rear ships, the Palmier, the Scipion, and the Diadem, they're firing at the lead ship of that third British line that's coming down, the Terrible. And they, of course, they got a great angle on it. They're just raking it hard, and it's taking heavy or medium damage anyway.
Good.
Then the British ships to your east, they're a little bit at a distance, so they're firing heavily on Pluton and Marseillon, but most of those shots are missing. So you, by the grace of God, you are just doing damage and not taking much yourself.
Vive le roi!
Vive le roi.
Okay, I'm gonna have my lead ships kind of change their heading so that it's pointed. Well, I don't know what the actual directions are on the map, but like if the map was oriented with up as north, then it would be south, so that they're going.
So the pictures I put in planning always has north is up. So you're
Okay, then.
You want to go south according to that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that they can keep their distance from that first squadron at least for a while, and
with the guys that were the second squadron of British. I think will probably switch to chain shot and just start wrecking their rigging. And yeah, otherwise keep everything as is. So as the ships in the rear of my line come up into that second squadron, have them change to chain shot and just target the rigging, or I mean, I can even leave it up, I guess, to the individual captain's discretion. But
All right, you got it. Thank you.
thanks.
All right. Some excitement comes to your own line. So the lead ship, the Burgoyne, has begun firing at the HMS Terrible. The Burgoyne experiences critical damage with some rigging falling, which is messing with the sails and slowed her down, so that Hector is about to run into her rear. But at the same time, she's doing heavy damage to the Terrible, that lead ship, assisted by the rear of DeBarris's ships, who are also firing at her. And yeah.
Oh man, what a mess. All right. The squadron is to continue on course, and if where is it? Bourgogne is in the front, I think. If her damage is grows too severe, she's ordered to fall out of line to the west,
Okay.
and get out of the way of the rest of the squadron. We're going to fire our first broadside of a round shot, and then after that, we're going to switch to chain shot. So yeah, that's it. And then we're going to pray.
Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Admiral de Bougainville, you are heading northeast. The battle is intensifying to your east, as you can see and hear.
The only change is that we'll go to full sail.
Full sail. All right.
Thank you.
You got it. All right.
It's gonna get nasty.
Yep. Well, so far, I mean, I think the French have done more damage to the British than the other way around.
Yeah, they have. Both sides have maneuvered well, honestly. Generally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the French have had just a little bit better luck.
They have.
Which is part of the game.
Well, the French did good with the wind shift.
Yeah.
And in some ways, it kind of helped them, because now they can go northeast against that last column, or last line. And the British, the Hood's about to get in front of Graves and cut him off, I think. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe he'll slow. Because with -2 mast, he's going to have to go around or really slow down.
Is he almost in irons here?
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, that even might be a check right there. Oh, I'm going to check that.
Let's do it. What are you saying? 6 is in irons? 1 and 6. Oh.
He didn't check that last post, did he?
No.
Yeah, he's like 1. I mean, I'm gonna double check with Arp, when he gets back, just to make sure that was the actual intention, because he's like 1 point from wind.
Yeah.
Put in irons one. Although even some of like this one needs to check too. This one needs to check as well. All these guys need to check right here. These guys are going right in the wind right here.
Okay, go ahead and check it.
I'm gonna go down the line. Pretty much with this guy, because
yeah, that's fair.
That's a no. No. Again, only like a 20%
That's one.
chance. That guy's in line. Irons.
I'm gonna turn him east to represent that.
Just some sort of just. If we wish to judge another weather change, we possibly could, but probably in about 2 to 3 turns, I think.
Yeah.
Everybody else is good.
Well, it's gonna be over in 2 to 3 turns. We have to call it.
So. Yeah.
All right, so one of them in the irons.
Right. Okay. So.
Maybe we'll start with the French this time, just to.
Oh, he's got to move his stuff
I've got to move it first.
Oh.
Hold on a sec. I hadn't done that because they were just taking the time figuring something out, and I need to
Don't worry, you're going good.
figure out the movement. So he's going to be at full sail. So they're going to go 1 forward, and then I'm going to do that.
Ooh. My color commentary.
Ooh, yeah.
That's gonna hurt. Ooh.
So they're going to be coming down like that.
Everybody's doing pretty. I mean, both sides doing very well.
Yeah.
This is probably. I'm assuming that everybody that joined up has an interest in the period, and
Yeah.
but
they're certainly reacting to each other's moves pretty well.
Yeah,
from
very
what's
well,
being so far.
very well.
So, oh dear,
My bad.
it's all right.
They're probably shitting themselves right now. Like, did we just do that?
So they want to be going. The same thing's happened there, isn't it? So they're dropping sail to 3, which means they're going to be going.
Barfleur's in the irons,
there.
by the way.
He wasn't. He hasn't turned at all, so he should be going along that line, shouldn't he?
Well, we
it's
rolled
like-
for his
it's
angle,
like-
and one of the French
He
ships
was
is
one.
well.
Okay, so he's going to be because he was just basically. Oh, okay, so I
Yeah,
should
he-
probably
he-
because it doesn't look.
He,
Okay, I thought
he
it was
got
close calling.
He got within 2 points of the win, and then
Okay.
we rolled for it, and he got a 1.
Ah,
So
right.
he's
So he's in. He's in irons.
Yeah.
All right, gotcha. So these ships are going to come behind then, I guess, and then they're going to turn to close haul. So they'll. Hold on. Right.
Yeah,
let's
give me
figure
a
this-
second,
I'm going to figure this one out.
Let me judge one thing here. I'm not even going
Okay.
to tell you what it is.
Collision.
He's okay. He almost collided.
So he's going to get past. So he's going to be about like that then, basically coming behind him.
Well, if he
Okay,
turns
well,
that far, he's still be in the irons too, or risk it.
Well, isn't irons directly from the east? I thought. Okay, it depends
No,
on your angle.
It's within 2 compass
So let's do it like that.
points.
Okay, let's do it like that then.
I can bring this.
Well,
up.
that to a certain degree. Okay, so I can tell him that unfortunately they turned too far and got into irons as they were coming into that line.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, but not everybody, just that one.
Let
But they can see that a French did the same too.
Okay.
them know they're not alone.
All right. So these French ones are in irons as well. Here are they?
This one is.
That one. Okay. And he wants to go.
I think
over
next time
there.
we should do floating gun smoke with the wind.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it could affect the firing. I like to call out what I would like to do. If I was a jackass, I would.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, all movements done.
All right, start
This
calling
is
it
gonna
out.
get crazy right here. All right. Yeah. So.
So do you want to do French first?
Let's alternate. What? It's back to British, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Dang.
Do British.
Just
Okay, let's
pick
start
the
with.
card.
Let's start with at the front then.
Here.
With London. So they are in medium range. Oh, it's annoying when it picks up like that.
As a miss.
It's a miss. So the one behind will be firing on the Marseille. So he's going to be in yellow.
What's that?
Next. Yellow.
Yellow again,
Yeah, call him quick. Let's go. Make it fast.
and then
Non-palpable.
Okay, then it's white.
Non-palpable.
And then 2 whites at the end.
You never know. Miss. Miss.
Okay, so then we got blue to the Zeal.
There's a miss. Wow.
Wow.
Jeez. So then you've got blue again to the August,
Miss.
and blue again.
These are like 50% chances. That's light damage.
To the August.
That one. Yeah.
So the August, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got it.
So next one will be yellow.
Light damage.
So that will be to the Scorpion, and then the last one will be a white.
Miss.
Okay. So over here we've got terrible. I think they'll all be blues actually. Yeah. So terrible and I guess to the Sansprit, terrible and the Ajax. Let's do both on the Sansprit.
Miss on the first. Miss on the second.
Okay.
Right,
So the Alcide to
British.
the
Are you,
Alcide to the Destin.
you're not taking into account number of guns or anything, are you?
No,
No.
because it's been rating in that you've done it by.
Right, but are they that
Well, like
different?
the Sansprit got 80. Well, okay, they're close. Most of them are pretty close.
Yeah, they close.
Yeah, there's.
So it's a blue for the next one.
Ooh, critical hit on that one.
So the Destin's got a critical hit. Okay.
Oh, they do. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me check the maximum damage as well, because they do the maximum damage. So medium damage and a critical, and the critical.
So medium
is
to the
a
hull.
fire.
Okay.
There is a fire.
Fire.
Okay. Critical's a fire. All right. Okay, I'm writing that off there.
I got it. I'm writing it.
Sorry, I done it. Okay.
So they're gonna have a chance of being able to put that out next turn. And if they don't, then it causes another level.
And that's
of damage.
-2 movement, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, actually, I forgot to do the movement negative. Oh, 2. So the next one's a blue for Shrewsbury.
British are not firing well.
Miss. Okay.
There's something wrong with my battleships today. Sorry, Jutland.
No, and then the last 2 will be both firing on the Burgoyne at the front.
With blue.
Blue, yeah.
Okay, one has light damage.
So he's already got that already. Is
He's
that on the hull?
That makes him medium.
He's at medium on the mast.
Got medium on the mast.
He goes to medium on the hull.
Okay. Medium.
Okay.
And that's that for now. And then somebody else is firing on him as well.
Yeah, so that'll be the Intrepid at the back.
All right, hold on. With blue, right?
Yep.
That's a miss. He rolled a
Okay.
1.
So he's got medium damage on his mast and medium on his hull, so that's just still -2 movement.
That is yes.
Fantastic.
Correct. If he happens to take another medium, he would go to heavy, and at that point he would be rattled. Like his crew would be rattled, so he would also be at a negative.
So he's got medium mast, medium hull.
Yeah.
So that
He
would
has-
okay. That
He
wouldn't
has
put
a
him on heavy.
medium. He has a -2 to hit as well. Please mark that.
Okay. Oh, -2 to hit. Okay, I'll do
Yeah.
that.
With medium damage.
-2
And as a matter
hit.
of doing that.
So the terrible should be. Oh no, he should have a -2 to hit as well, then, shouldn't they?
Yes, please.
Okay. So it's probably we didn't take account of that, so I guess we did ignore it for the Burgoyne as well this turn.
Yes. Sorry, that's on me.
All right,
Sorry.
French
Well.
turn. Blue.
Okay, French blue. Are any of them at medium? Let's make a note.
No. Oh yeah, just the Burgoyne, but we'll ignore it because we missed it on the
that's
terrible,
fine.
so just ignore it.
That's fine. Light damage.
Oh, and if he said chain shot, does that matter? Or are we just gonna?
Oh, if he gets a crit, he'll get a free mast.
So light damage on Princessa.
I'll do the damage.
Yep. All right, another blue.
Okay, another blue. Light damage.
Light damage on Shrewsbury. Another blue.
Miss.
Okay, another blue.
Miss.
Any modifiers? No.
No. The Destin will have a -2. Yeah, it's not 15. It's a miss. Okay.
And then yellow.
Interesting.
What is it?
No, it was a miss.
Okay.
Another blue.
Another blue. That's almost a rake. But he has to be in short. Okay.
Yeah.
Light damage.
So he's at.
So he's
medium
already on light already.
So he
There's
goes
nothing
medium.
then.
Okay, another.
Wait a minute. Hold on 1 second. You said he was at a light?
He's at medium.
No, he was at medium.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right.
All right, then another blue.
Oh, you're being generous there.
Miss.
Yeah, there you go. That's what my generosity.
Oh,
is.
you're going over here.
I don't know what they can shoot.
Which one's this guy here?
This
Yeah.
guy, it's a difficult one.
Yeah,
And he's also got the August in its front. So the August could definitely fire over here, though, couldn't they? To say to the Alcide.
Yeah, that's a yellow.
Yellow.
Yep.
Miss.
Okay. Blue.
The bullet.
Nothing. Yes. No.
Miss.
Okay.
Miss,
Another
okay.
blue.
Here's your next blue. Medium damage hit.
Medium.
On the
Okay.
Alfred. So okay.
What do they have? Do they have anything? Or
Nothing.
Are they,
Nothing.
No,
yet.
nothing. But they're gonna have it now.
Then a white.
Medium on thingy, and it's -2 to hit, isn't it?
A white and then a yellow. Last two.
Oh, white. Okay, here's your white. That's light damage. Wow.
Okay, so that's
Very-
on the.
On Europe.
Which one was
On
that?
the- on
On
Europe.
Europe. Okay.
All right, and then
Have
yellow.
anything? Okay, yellow would be miss.
Miss. Okay. Grand. So that's it. Is that all firing?
I think
That's it.
Fine.
Good round, I think. Just general.
Okay. Oops, I need to put the picture in French paling there. Do I do that?
So far, I mean, we've been about an hour. I mean, honestly, this is, I mean, unless you get like a critical magazine hit, I mean, this is generally historic results here. I mean, it can take hours.
Yeah.
I want a ship's magazine to explode.
Yeah.
I think we got a good 2 or 3 turns left in us here. Right?
Yep.
Actually, I'm being a bit stingy on that view range, really. Oh, let's see.
weather change definitely was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be back. All right, I have mixed news for you, the Comte de Barras. Your own ship, the Auguste, has come into the irons. It sailed a little bit too much into the wind, and unfortunately lost the wind. So it is drifting at the moment. Your crew's working desperately to get back, and you're taking heavy fire. So you have some light damage. A couple strikes are hitting you. As well as the Scipion behind you, second to the last, they take a couple hits. And your lead ships are actually doing okay. They're maybe taking a couple hits, but only light damage so far. You see that the HMS Barfleur seems to have gone into come into irons as well and are drifting. So the Alfred is pulled ahead, almost colliding into them, but not quite. But they've taken heavy or medium damage from your crew, as has the Bellicue. So you're so far doing more damage to them than they to you. But you can see the one fleet to your east is kind of rounding southwest, trying to cut you off, it appears. So, what are your orders? You're muted.
Dang it. Alright, I'll have my lead ships turn hard to kind of follow the arc that the first squadron's taking to the southwest. So I want them to avoid getting, cut off at the T. I'm going to turn my own ship to try to get out of the irons. So whatever way I need to turn to do that, hopefully, preferably southwest. And I'd like I want the rest of the fleet to kind of turn now and focus their fire on the second squadron right in front of us. Well, excluding the ships in the front. But the ships in the back should all be starting to focus their fire on the second squadron.
All right. Oh, it has been a battle of the ages. So your fleet is sailing northeast while the British are going southwest, and as you cross each other, you're firing heavy into it, almost 300 meters, only 300 meters away from each other. The Burgoyne is starting to take heavy damage. Actually, they're medium damage, but they're taking several hits. The Hector seems to be doing well, but the Destin has a fire on deck that you can see, and it's slowed them down. The Burgoyne's also slowed down with the rigging damage that she has. The Saint Spirit's good. Your own ship also good. And you are doing pretty good damage to the British. The Terrible looks to be in pretty bad shape. They're moving slowly. The rest of the ships in the line have taken some light damage. It's mostly the lead ship that's taken the most damage. You can see de Bougainville has picked up sail and sailing swiftly to the northeast, I guess trying to pass your own fleet. Not sure. And Debaris, of course, is heavily engaged down where he's at.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel bad for Bougainville. I guess I just want to try and get him in the battle. I feel bad. Which of my ships was burning again?
The Destin.
Okay, Destin. Destin. Whatever it is. Levy Beckett. The captain has permission to fall out of line westward if he likes. Probably preferable. Get the hell out of the way. Don't blow up next to me. Okay. We're going to continue, and then we're going to, as we round the rear of the enemy line, we're going to, the wind. the wind. We're going to turn to the northeast, and as we pass, we'll try to rake the rear of the enemy line. Yeah, guess that's it.
All right.
And once we rake, we're going to switch to round shot. Is what we're going to do.
Got it.
Thank you.
All right. De Begonville. What are your... well, you can see the battle going on to your east. Your ships have all lowered to full sail and are picked up speed heading northeast. You can see one of the
Alright,
ship,
great.
the Destine, is on fire. Her deck's on fire anyway.
We will tack to southeast.
Okay, so
Tack in succession.
attack in succession, southeast. Still at full sail?
Yes.
Alright.
Thank you.
Yeah, these ships getting in the irons is making it interesting because it's disrupting the formations. Up here, he's tacking across the wind and heading southeast, so I guess we need to roll to see if they go into the irons. These three.
Okay. Right, movement. I think there was a bit of a mix-up, fortunately, with the wind direction, which is probably my fault.
That's one of them, right?
Ooh, he is, yeah.
Alright.
And the other one... it did as well.
Oh, no.
Ooh, rough.
Okay.
Anybody else? Anybody else?
Yeah, there's three of them.
Right here.
All right here.
I got three more. Here's one check. No.
Okay.
Okay. They're going to be like that.
Are they ramming?
Well, basically, because the way that they want to move and the way the French are moving, that's basically the way they're going to end up. As far as I can tell, unless they try and swerve round the back, but it seems like that's a bit of an ask. So they're going to go 5, which is that, isn't it? But he wants to get as close as he can. Actually, he's not going to do that because he wants to do that. So he's going to...
Guy fire needs to roll as well. Here, I'll roll to put it out.
Let me just check Drake a second.
Actually, they've put the fire out.
Alright.
Okay. So these guys are going to go... He's got...
I did theirs. I gave him a 5 or 6 on a d6 to put it out. And if they didn't, then I would have done another level of damage, which is pretty rough. So they got lucky. French luck
Ooh,
today.
we might have a possible rake situation going on here, which would be cool. It's got -2 to hit. Okay. Right, all British movement is done.
See, this is the pivotal. This is the cracking point, right? Where it's going to be interesting to see who has patience and maintains some form of formation, because this is where it's going to start getting. People are going to start getting more damage if they allow themselves to be penetrated. So interesting.
Okay,
let's do
so French firing first.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, just tell me which.
All right,
color.
blue.
There's a miss.
Okay, blue.
Okay.
Miss.
Okay.
Blue.
Critical hit.
Ooh, that's on
Mast
the
falls.
Shrewsbury.
Mast falls.
Yep.
Mast
If you
falls.
want to write that down.
So that's going to be is that medium damage on the mast?
Yes, and then
Okay.
but there's also a chance of it entangling. So hold on a second.
Okay.
Yes, it entangles. So
Okay.
what happens is basically, at least until they unentangle it, they're gonna basically let's roll for which side. Starboard or port. It's gonna go port.
Okay.
So they're gonna basically turn one compass point to port. They have no control of their helm at this point, basically.
Okay.
So each turn they're gonna turn to port at least a point, a compass point.
You writing that down, Art?
Yeah, I'm doing it now. So it's turn to port, and the speed's going to reduce to what? Reduced by 2 or 3?
Reduced. What's their total damage? Total.
At the moment, it was a light until this turn. It was a light damage on the hull, and they just got a medium on the mast.
Then it's just
-2.
Neg 1, actually.
Neg 1.
Neg 1 with speed, top speed, but then they don't have control over their helm.
Okay. And is the hull on a medium damage as well now? Or is it just the mast?
Yes, it does.
Yep.
Yes, you're
So,
correct.
well, so medium damage to the hull. Cool. And that means they're on -2
That's
to
the
hit as
neg
well.
2 to hit as
Oh.
well as another speed. So they're down 2 speed and they're neg 2 on their to hit.
So down 2 speed. Grand. Okay, next one.
Cool.
Yellow.
What are we at? Okay, yellow. Miss.
White.
Miss.
Okay, blue.
Medium damage.
That's the invincible.
Yeah, so it has
Yeah.
light already.
They have light, they go to medium.
Yeah, that's -2 to hit.
All right.
Now, if they happen to get another medium, then they get the heavy, and that's when things
Okay.
start.
Blue.
Miss.
Okay. Blue.
It's a miss.
Black.
Ooh, black?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, right here.
Okay, this could get interesting.
Raking fire.
A miss. Oh my.
What?
Whoa!
Ouch.
What?
They rolled a
Jeez,
1.
Okay.
Whatever.
Okay.
Shot over
Wow.
or something. I
What
don't
else
even know
we
what
got?
they can shoot at. I guess they can shoot over here. White.
Yeah, over there.
That was just unbelievable. That's shitty. That is a miss.
Yellow. Nothing. Yes.
Nothing. Okay.
Blue. Last one.
Miss.
Alright.
Miss as well. Okay,
Yeah.
right, okay.
British turn.
So yeah, that's a good British turn there. So we'll start over here then. So we're going to have so this is to at the end. We'll start at the end of this line. So it'll be blue, the spree.
Light damage.
Light damage on the spree. Okay, blue again to the parry.
Medium damage.
Whoa.
And they,
Okay.
alright.
Where are they at?
And then
They were fresh.
so
Yellow now.
that's a new one. So that should be okay. So that's a blue from the Shrewsbury. I'm assuming firing is simultaneous, so I'm not going to count the -2 hitting from this
Yeah,
turn.
that'd be the next
Alright,
turn.
that's fine. That's fine.
Um,
Okay, so blue. That's
okay.
a critical hit,
Ooh.
mass hit.
Ooh.
They take a mass, so they lose the speed.
So the same. So the
Top speed.
Ville de parry that will be. That will be so basically the same as Shrewsbury then.
Blue.
They do the damage in each other. So the next one up will be a yellow.
Hello. Okay. Miss.
Okay, and another yellow on the Scorpion.
Miss.
Oh, hold on a second. Oh yeah, because can they fire a broadside on both sides?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's a miss. Okay, so going the opposite way, then I'd
Yeah.
say.
Here's my thing. If
yeah.
they take if they're up to a medium crew hit, I can't remember the exact name of it, but if they get up to that medium crew hit, they can't do that.
Yeah.
Because they're
Right.
starting to
Okay.
lose
Let's
crew.
have a look. Who can and can't fly? Right. So there's going to be a blue from the Alkyd Seed to the August.
It's a miss.
Blue from the next one up, which would be the Ajax, the August.
Medium damage.
So that's a medium on there.
What are they at currently?
They were at light.
And then finally, you've got the terrible, who looks like I would say that they are raking. However, they've got a -2 to hit already, so I guess that negates itself. And that's going to be a medium.
If the black was raking before, does that make a difference to the roll?
It would have given him
The one
if
that
it was
missed?
It's
bow
about
rake,
if
it
they
was
bow rake.
It was +2,
So
+4 for stern rake.
would that have been a hit in that case?
I don't think so.
No. You rolled a 1, didn't you?
Yeah, it was a 1.
Critical fail.
Yeah, it was critical miss.
Nice try again.
I want to hit.
I know you want to see a shit, so no, you.
I want to see a magazine explode.
So was that a miss then for that blue rake, that blue?
Yes.
Fantastic. Okay.
Yep.
So.
It's a very British response.
So we've got a blue from here at the front, so from the Alfred. They've got a -2 to hit anyway, so it's a -2 on that roll from the blue.
So let me do that. So we're on 14.
This
Light
one
damage.
here. Light damage.
Right, I got it.
It would have been medium.
Okay, so the next one is again another blue but light, but -2 to hit.
Hold on. Alright, let's take 2 off that. Light damage.
Okay. They're at light, so they go to medium, right?
Already.
Correct. So that makes them -1 move, -2 to hit.
Okay, so next one is a blue again with -2.
Keep me honest on that. Alright, keep going. That's a miss.
Okay, then we've got a blue. And 2 more blues at the end.
I'm sorry, I just froze. I don't know why. Every once in a while, okay. That was a medium damage. Did you say this was -2?
No, that's not, so they're on a medium damage already. Does that go to heavy?
Ooh, that's a heavy. Okay, now
Okay.
he's at heavy. Let's go read what I
And
have.
then there's one more blue at the end.
Okay, let me just.
Oh, actually, it's a yellow. I've probably been generous. Maybe it's probably a yellow, actually.
Okay, alright, that's fine. I will do that, and then we'll talk about that other one. That's a miss.
Okay.
Alright, so the heavy.
That's
First
the
heavy.
August has gone on up to a heavy.
Crew is is the crew is immediately at a rattled state.
Okay.
Which means that it's an additional -2 to hit. This is just apart from
the norm.
Both are at heavy damage already. Okay, so they're at -3 to hit, and a -2 for the crew rattle. Okay. So that's pretty rough. It's a -5.
Oh, -5. Jesus. Okay, I've written that in. Last bit of firing on the head of the British line, so it's going to be from
once
the
you
London.
Get to heavy, it gets shitty. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So London to the Planteur, so that's blue. Pluton.
Now we are getting into the final phase. Well, sort of. Miss.
Okay.
It's amazing how many blues have missed. Honestly.
I know. I reckon it's like 70-80%. It seems like. So the Bedford to the Marseilles, blue again.
Another miss.
Then a yellow.
Miss.
Another yellow. Miss. Is that another yellow? In fact, yeah, all yellows, but they're all firing at the same ship, so you might want to add some negatives. So there's 3 more yellows at the end, but they're all, yeah.
It's a miss, and then another one. It's a miss as well. Yeah, you have to be very, very lucky for those. All right. Okay, one more turn?
Yeah, let's do one more.
Okay, we'll do one more.
If everybody else feels good.
Yeah,
I want to give de Bougainville a chance to get in there and shoot.
So we could get a boarding. I guess that these two ships are going to collide for definite.
These right here?
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah. Which one?
The ones that are this one.
Oh yeah, that's
here.
definitely. As a matter of fact, if they're point blank, are we within one there? Yeah, we definitely need to check that. We need to just check if they're
grappled.
Not. Yeah, I mean, God, what the hell's the damn word?
Colliding.
Stuck together.
A foul. That's
foul.
a muck.
That's the one. Okay.
A muck.
A muck.
Alright, hold on. I'm gonna check for that. Actually. Nope. It's just a 1.
Is a muck just means that the rigging and everything just got all entangled?
That means that they would that means that they would basically immediately lose 2 sails worth of movement, both.
Right.
And they basically come to a halt and then drift until they cut their rigging off each other.
Yeah.
But it was only a 1 in 6. I mean, this scale is way off. You know what I'm saying? Just in general.
Yeah.
There was a 1 in 6 chance for it.
Yeah.
So.
That's fine.
You got people maneuvering as well. All right. So next turn, right?
Yep.
All right. Good. All right.
Alright, the Comte de Barras. I have bad news. You're muted, by the way. So your ship has your crew has successfully gotten the ship out of irons. You're starting to sail south, but you are getting hit on both sides from east and west with cannons just striking across your hull. It's like that scene in Pirates of the Caribbean, where he's walking down the steps and the splinters all around him. That's kind of what's going on right now. So the Auguste has taken, it's at heavy damage. Your crew is rattled. So any shots you make are heavily penalized, and you've got a lot of holes in your hull. At least you're under sail now, so you're starting to head back south, but you're taking a lot of hits. Good news is you are still doing damage back to the British. Several of their ships are at medium damage. Looks like the Zell is nearly colliding with the Alfred. I mean, you're in a tough spot because you're getting outnumbered almost 3-1, and from both sides. from east and west and north. So not an enviable position, but your ships are all fighting hard.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're not hitting themselves at this point. But yeah, well, I am proud of I guess our resilience here. So I think I'm gonna have all the ships at this point turn like on their own axes, and run back towards the rest of the fleet and kind of the harbor, with the wind at their backs, hopefully.
Okay.
But just try to get people out of the line of fire or into better positioning.
Yep.
The rest of the fleet really just left me out to try.
They did.
But I'll try to get out of here without losing any ships.
All right. Thank you. All right. So, the Destine and the Burgoyne both turn west to kind of get out of the line. It looks like the crew of the Destine has managed to contain their fire. It's no more. The rest of your ships continue to exchange heavy fire with the British line. Let's see. You do some damage to their ships, but your own ship, the flagship, the Ville de Paris, has taken medium damage and a critical mast hit, so your mast has been struck and fallen down, collapsing in a tangle with some of your other masts and sails and ropes and whatnot. And of your fleet, that you have by far taken the most damage so far.
Yikes. Alright. I guess the rest of the squadron will continue heading northeast, firing on the enemy as they bear, and then we'll maybe try and get out of dodge, at least in this area of the
I
battlefield.
can't right now, get in. You gotta wait. Sorry, I'm talking to my son. You gotta wait, buddy.
Oh.
Okay.
Anyway, you got that?
So heading northeast.
Yeah, just keep firing as they bear, and then I guess the squadron will try and reform. Jeez. Pinto Shari. At least he's in good spirits, Bougainville. His chat status is very positive.
That's good. Yeah, hopefully he's had fun despite not doing anything.
I feel really bad. I'm desperately trying to maneuver him to get him into the fight. But,
two of his ships. So he's trying to turn south, and two of his ships got into the irons. The front two ships.
Yeah.
So he's luck is not on his side. But that's all right.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Just northeast. That's it.
All right, Admiral. Bad news. Your two lead ships, the Magnanime and the Sovereign, both get into the irons as they try to tack across the wind. So their crews are desperately trying to fix that. The Citoyen was successful in his turn south, avoided collusion, and the rest of the ships are still heading northeast as they wait to turn in succession.
Alrighty. Yep. We'll keep doing that.
Alright, so full sail southeast.
I know it doesn't make sense probably, but I'll keep doing it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hey, we came back at the exact same time.
Creepy.
So these guys I want to move, keep trying to get into as close a range as possible. So let's see where that would be.
I'll be back in a minute while you're making movements.
Oh, bugger. One of the ships has got caught to my... Who is that ship? Oh, that's the Augustine, so that's just there, and he's wanted in heavy damage. So they're going at 4... I'm going to go at full speed 6, and they're going to be running, so they're going to be up to, yeah, they're going to be up to 6, aren't they? Get them in 2, because he wants to get them as close as he possibly can.
Yep.
My keeping, so they're going to be there. Let's get rid of those out of the way. Okay, so is the Alpha going to crash into this Zeal? I know that he's moved the ships, or is he going to? So that, remember, there was the Alfred. So the Alpha is actually not going that way. He's going straight south. So I don't know if he hasn't moved. So the Zeal was there. So the Alpha would have been going probably because he was. Yeah, fortunately, I don't know what.
Did they get within? Within.
But you'd roll for that, didn't you? So he was right on top of him, wasn't he? So would they slip past each other? Or would they crash into each other?
I'm gonna roll that. No, they don't. They maneuver away from each other.
Okay, so he goes past him. So the blow would be. So they would have gone like that. I think. Yeah, because he's heading south. Don't know what's happened here. I think there's a bit of a
Be there.
I'm back.
Yeah, I mean it's roughly about that.
We'll fix this guy. Flip and turn.
Yeah.
Flip and turn, guys. Flip and turn. The penguins.
I don't know whether they'd moved. Yeah, it's confusing.
Like
it doesn't matter. It's the last turn anyway, isn't
Yeah,
it? So
yeah,
it's
we're
roughly
good.
we're good where we are. Roughly, the Buffalo is going to move over there.
Very Trafalgar-y.
And then these guys here are going to be moving. Full speed. Oh no, actually, he's going up to terribles -2, so they're matching his speed. So he's going to be back 1 to there. Shrewsbury is going less. Do you want to roll for a collision? So just in case that the ships behind the Shrewsbury might collide, because obviously they're going to have to turn away behind him. So the Princess.
No collision.
Okay, so they're going to go probably turn off like that, like so. Fabulous. I don't know if they've got any target. Yeah, I've got targeting fire in there. I don't know if he's got anything he can fire on.
The one black rolls we did.
Was
It was amazing.
I actually said to Hood, he said you saw that what happened, and said then you saw this horrible broadside going off at close range, and that it missed. So there was a big cheer from the ship, and also lots of hoots of insults being passed from the Alpha to the French ship for their lack of gunnery skill. Yeah, that's about right.
Alright, should we roll damage?
Okay, yeah, let's go. Should we start with the British first?
Pick a side.
So let's start with the weak side over here. So we've got a blue roll with a -2.
Light damage.
So light damage. You got light damage already. So that's a medium. So that's on the diadem.
Okay.
So the Ajax is a medium, no minuses.
What color you got? Blue?
Blue, sorry.
Light damage.
It's
He's on
already
medium already,
medium,
nothing.
okay.
Another blue.
Light damage.
Alright.
Okay, so he's on. And then we've got a. Can they fire on them? What do you reckon? The Shrewsbury, can they fire towards on both sides? I know they're taking a significant damage as well,
I
haven't they?
think they're going to have...
That doesn't seem fair. All right, so we're going to go for a yellow across over to this side with -2 on it.
Miss.
Okay, and then we've got a yellow again over to the Victory. Does that miss?
Yep.
Okay, cool. And then, so over here, whose ships are those? Those are French. So,
No.
Oh no.
I just let go. And
Hold on. I got it.
Actually, I think it's good.
I think we're okay. So, that is the Marcel. So, you've got a blue from the Alfred with a -2 on that blue roll.
The other critical fire. Okay, so he's down to 18. That is medium.
It's a medium, yeah.
On the
What is
Marseillais.
he currently?
He's
So,
at
Marcia's medium.
So he goes to heavy.
heavy damage.
So again, that immediately
okay.
makes them rattled.
Okay.
Rattled, which is
That was
negative
a fantastic
2,
shot then.
and then -3 because of the medium damage. So he's at a -5 to hit.
Well,
He's also a negative. Let's see, 2 to his speed.
okay.
Okay.
And he can also fire to the other side, which is another blue to the
Yes.
or comp to Barras, but that's a -2 on it as well.
-2 on this. All right, so he would have had medium damage, pulling him down to a light damage.
It's heavy, so what does that do?
He's on heavy already.
Light doesn't do anything. It just kinda,
Okay, cool. So the next one will be a from the Bellero. So it's it's the Zeal. It's a blue but -2.
Hold on. That is it would have been light, but it's now a miss.
Nothing. And then another blue with -2 on the other side.
Okay, just to accentuate the fact that, yeah, yet again a light that's being brought down to a miss.
Okay, so and then another blue from the Invincible again with a -2,
That's definitely a miss.
and another blue with a -2 on the other side as well.
Okay.
To be fair.
That is a medium being brought to a light.
Okay, so then the final two at the end are both blues with no negatives. That's two blue rolls to the Comte, the parry, which is the August. So he's in difficulties anyway.
First one is a light.
Okay.
So he's taking like 5 light damages this turn. Can we just have him sink?
Yeah. No.
Or strike at least.
You can bring him up to disordered. How about that?
Alright, he's
the
disordered.
the crew is disordered. Okay. Miss to hit. Whatever that one was.
Oh, a miss to hit. So the last one was. So the last fire was a hit. So what was the hit? A medium or light? Sorry.
The one that just previously hit. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a light.
Okay,
It
fair
had
enough.
been a light.
So over here we've got a red.
Ooh, red.
Ooh. That's ooh. Okay. That is a light damage.
Okay,
that's
so
up
he's
to
on light already.
So he's at medium now.
Okay, and then the rest of them. Hold on, let's have a look. We've got 1, 2.
Blue.
So the next two are going to be blues with no negatives. That's going to be on the Marseilles.
One miss. Haha. 2 miss.
Okay, another blue.
Miss.
Oh, again, missed. Jesus,
That whole
man.
fleet has missed the whole game.
Yeah, the whole game. Yeah, he said,
Pretty
"You're
bad.
killing me." He said, "You're killing me, Andy." So again, you've got another blue to the Caesar.
Light damage.
Okay.
I got it.
And then on the end, you've got 2 yellows.
Light damage. Good
Okay.
hit.
So that's all
more.
the British
That was
firing, I
One more
believe.
yellow miss.
Okay.
All right. Yep, that's it.
Okay, so the French.
Shoot. Red.
Ooh, red. Miss.
No.
Oh my god.
No. Okay,
Really?
that would have been it. Okay.
I've been robbed. All right. Blue.
Blue, I assume. Miss.
Okay.
All right. Blue.
Miss.
Yellow.
Miss.
I guess I can shoot this way too.
Miss.
All right. Blue.
Oh yeah, true. You go get that in.
Miss.
Blue.
That is a critical hit. Steering
Okay.
critical hit.
All right.
Steering.
That's on the Alfred, which is already medium.
Okay, so they are going to continue turning to the starboard. Right.
So starboard, but it's the last turn anyway, but I'll write it in.
You might as well put it in
Yeah,
there.
I forgot to take into
A
account.
zinger. That's a good
Okay.
zinger. Okay. Who next is blue?
Blue.
Suddenly realised.
Miss.
Blue.
Another blue. Miss.
Okay.
Gee, no.
Blue.
Light damage.
All right. He's
So
already,
which one was that light
that
damage
was
to?
Alfred.
Okay.
Blue. It's a belly cue. Nothing. Yes.
Nope.
That was miss.
Okay.
All right. Blue.
That Monarch, is it? Or the
Medium
Invincible.
damage.
All right.
Medium
Medium
to
to
invincible.
invincible. So
But it's medium already, so he's going up to
That's
heavy, yeah?
Yeah. So if any of those heavies get another medium, they're stung.
Okay.
oh, so close.
We're almost there. Somebody.
All right.
Maybe
Blue.
not. Sorry. Miss.
Blue. Blue.
Miss, okay.
Yeah, miss.
And another blue
Another blue.
Light
gets a
damage.
miss. A light damage,
Light
okay, so that's the
on
I'll
seed.
I'll do that.
And then yellow.
Miss.
A yellow.
Miss. Okay.
And a blue with a -2.
That is a light, but it might stay light.
Alright, so Intrepid.
Yes.
He's
Stays
on light
light.
anyway. Okay.
Alright, so what's the conclusion? Who won, do you think?
God, let's take a look. I mean, it's pretty close, right?
So the
I
front.
mean, I just think the French have kept.
So they've got
the British, I mean,
Yeah.
just fundamentally, they've kept them from the bay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
let's
have.
just take a look. How many heavy? Who's heavy?
So I think
So the Gorgeston is definitely heavy, and the Alfred is. Was it the Alfred which went to heavy, or was it?
yeah,
Which one was
the
it?
Alfred went to heavy. So I think the French have 2 with heavy damage.
I mean, it's pretty damn.
Yeah,
we
the
might
French
to-
have, and the Brits have 1. So fundamentally, if they stop them from getting into the bay, then as it is at the moment,
It's
then
like
it's
a
strategic victory.
victory, but it's
Tactical
but
loss.
it's tactical.
Well, they have a whole
Yeah.
fleet that's not been engaged yet. So
That's true. There's a load of bunch of ships that haven't been engaged at all, have they?
Yeah, it's a strategic victory, but a tactical draw. Really, I mean, I don't know.
with
It's pretty close.
I mean,
the
this
British-
whole-
keep fighting.
the French
This
had
whole
better-
line here, the whole Brits that are over here that haven't hit anything the entire battle. They're pretty okay.
I mean, this is the thing. It's how many turns are we in? About an hour and a
11.
half.
11,
12, yeah.
A good
12. Yeah.
a good over hour, right? I mean, this is about right.
Yep.
And just generally speaking, historically,
Yeah.
just you literally have to grind it down.
Let's bring everyone to the lobby.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
There's a way to move. Oops. All right, are we here?
Over.
It's over.
Oh,
Alright, so before I give my overview and screenshots and whatnot, I want to hear from the CICs. What would your overall orders be for the rest of the battle? We'll start with French.
I would probably order my squadron and Barris's squadron to disengage and then try to head back into the inlet where we were.
Okay.
And probably have Bougainville's squadron head south and then loop back around starboard heading west and maybe give a few broadsides to that nearby British squadron on the way out. Something like that.
Okay. British Graves.
So all three of my squadrons would go due south and try to get all three engaged with the single French squadron that's in their van. If we could defeat that squadron with our three, we'd come back and check in on the bay, and if the French are in there, we'd probably blockade it, or try to blockade it. And if they weren't, we would not chase them, and we would just accept having a bay is nice.
Alright. So let me share my screen. So, very close battle. It started off pretty historical with both sides kind of slowly sidling towards each other as you headed southeast. We did throw a big wrench in the thing by shifting the wind direction from the east, which meant the French couldn't keep going the direction they were going, and had basically they split in half, with half going south and half going north, which certainly threw a wrench in their plans. The British, of course, split themselves into three lines and then basically dissected Debarras's fleet into two, surrounding it on all sides. For the first half of the battle, I'd say the French got very lucky on the dice rolls, with most shots coming at them missing, and they were doing more damage than they were receiving. Luck was on their side, but in the second half, luck evened out, and then Debarras was just outnumbered. So you can see him getting shot from both sides at pretty close range, taking a lot of damage. His flagship, the Auguste, is at heavy damage and at risk of sinking. And actually, I think there's one other ship, the Marseillon, is also at heavy damage and at risk of sinking, with most of the rest one in his fleet either at medium or light damage already. Of course, I feel bad for de Bougainville, whose ships did not fire a shot yet. He had the ship version of Marching Simulator this game, and I apologize for that. Hopefully it was still fun, even though you didn't get to engage. You do play a critical role in the aftermath, because what the umpires have decided is, Debarras would certainly get shot up a lot, probably lose a few ships. The British may lose a few, taking him down as they've taken heavy fire as well. The French are still positioned that they're blocking the harbor, and with de Bougainville still fresh and ready, we think it would be a tactical defeat for the French, and that they probably lost more. They'll lose more in the end than the British will have, but they will retain control of the harbor and not allow the break of the blockade. So a strategic victory for them based on the positioning and the damage. The British did a good job positioning themselves. Both sides did really good. I think the French had the worst of it with the wind coming against them and more chances for going into the irons, which did happen for a few of their ships. It also happened to the British ship. Which one was it? The Barfleur.
Barfleur, yeah.
Probably at the worst time. And also it happened to the Auguste. Both the flagships got into the irons and getting pelted on both sides. So not great for them, but it happens. But this was a lot of fun for me. A bit different from what we normally do. I'm really glad had Peter here to help keep us straight, and Art helping umpire is a lot of fun. So I enjoyed it. Let's hear from Peter and Art first, and then we'll let everyone talk.
I'll go real quick. Can you hear me? Yep. Yeah, I thought in particular everybody maneuvered quite well. Usually these sometimes turn into a fist fight, and I thought even as people closed in within medium range to even short range, we had one point blank roll that missed, and we all guffawed at that one. It was pretty rough. But I think everybody did genuinely very well. It's actually one of the more enjoyable Age of Sail that I've ever run, straight up. So yeah, it was very interesting. Everybody kept reasonable cohesion, which I think helped a lot. You closed the distance at the right time. The wind played a pretty good factor in everything. And it became a slugfest, which honestly it would if you closed action to this range. But I think what you also saw in a simulating faction is that it takes a while to grind a ship of the line down, even with effective fire, right? It can take a good while. So I think the match was what? How many turns did we end up?
12
or 13.
So an hour, a little over an hour.
Yeah, and I mean, just honestly, with just reading about this time period, that's about right. I mean, people were starting to have some pretty heavy damage, but we didn't have any really bad luck, other than some British gunnery. For the
terrible
first half.
British gunnery.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. But pretty good, very good by everybody, I think.
Yeah, I echo that really. I thought the manoeuvring by both sides, certainly from the British side, was really good. I think everyone kind of reacted to what was going on, was really clear in their thought process of what they wanted to do. The British split into three and kind of wanted to do like a bit of a Trafalgar into the line, and I think that worked reasonably well. The Graves twins, their gunnery from their ships was pretty appalling throughout the entire battle. The dice definitely didn't go your way. And yeah, I think everyone did very well. The close range broadside into the Alfred, which missed completely, was hysterical, really. Particularly because we'd had so many. There was things for everyone. There was a very high percentage of misses in this game. I think probably more than you would expect from a 50-50 roll. But I think everyone did really well. It was really fun to umpire. It was very different to what we normally do, and I really enjoy this period. So yeah, it was good, and I'd definitely do it again.
Yeah, it's very enjoyable. I hope the players feel the same.
Yep, so let's go down the line now. Just working top to bottom. So Admiral I still can't say his name, de Bougainville.
Yeah. Bougainville. I don't know.
There you go.
Whatever. It was interesting. I'm not really a naval guy, and I haven't become a naval guy today. So I'm not sure how well this works as like the information is out there, everyone can see it, and so there's not so much initiative from the individual commander. But other than that, very interesting. I now know what attacking the wind does. Okay.
Yeah, that's a fair criticism. That's one of the things about Age of Sail that I struggle with is, you know, the established method is you get in line and you follow in line and you just shoot, when they're in range. Yep. And so there's a lot less room for decision making than like a land battle, which I don't like. But hopefully with like the flag discussion and having of course, you had the marching simulator, so you probably had the least fun of all, and I apologize for that. But yeah, it's a fair. Age of Sail is different in that way, in terms of how many decisions you can actually make. So, all right, Comte de Gras.
Yeah, some people here who maybe know me better than others know I'm sort of like a naval guy from like mid 18th century to 20th century. So it's nice to see a naval Kriegsspiel, because you don't really see that very often. Unfortunately, a lot of people in the IKS sort of sidestep it and ignore it because they find it boring or they just don't care or whatever. It is tricky because there's also like there's not really a whole lot of fog of war. There is before the battle, but once the battle starts, you sort of have pretty good vision. So there's sort of that element to throw in, which is a little tricky. We had our work cut out for us because we're the French, and the British have better gunnery, or they should anyway. We didn't have the wind gauge the entire battle. Very difficult. I think we did well, all things considered. Toward the end, I was feeling really bad for Bougainville, and I was trying really desperately to send him orders, trying to position him so that he would get into the fight and see some action. Also because we really needed that, because we were being pretty heavily outgunned there. But everyone on my team was a good sport. I think they did very well, all things considered. Also, my aide-de-camp, who mysteriously is a general and has an English name, he was a great help as well. Thank you to the umpires.
Good, thanks. Admiral Graves?
I had a blast. I love naval stuff. I would play this forever. I think that the plan went kind of how we wanted it to. Our plan in general was to move more quickly in the beginning, maybe than I did. But we knew we weren't going to block the French coming out, but we wanted to move quickly enough to gang up on whoever came out first. And I think that my subordinates did a really, really, really good job of understanding the intent. I had like a argument in numbers with Admiral Drake, because he wanted to come out and break the line and move out more quickly, and I couldn't find the numerical code for yes, but in 2 turns. Please don't do it. But I think he did a good job. I think his maneuver there is exactly what we wanted, and I think we're going to get a 3v1 engagement on that squadron in the front. So maybe we can come back in a couple of days and give this another try. And then Admiral Hood understood the assignment perfectly and stayed like right behind me. And the plan was always going to be front load our 2 squadrons with the second rates and put all of our fire into whoever happened to come out first. I think generally that happened. Thanks to the umpires for running it. I do feel like the safest place on the planet is anywhere downrange of London's guns, and we couldn't hit a damn thing. Nonetheless, I had a really good time. Would absolutely do it again. Carol, my twin, my Mother Agrees buddy, was a great sounding board and very good company for 3 hours.
Okay. All right, Admiral Hood.
Yeah, so we had a pretty straightforward and I think bare bones plan, just because we didn't know exactly what was going to happen. It was really funny watching the argument in flag, since I was in the middle of the line between my 2 fellow admirals. When I finally did split off, I think it was like a pretty frantic and nerve-wracking 2 or 3 turns, where first my flagship, I was told no ironed, and I was like, oh dear, that's not good. Then it was followed by, oh yeah, your second ship in line, Alfred, just took a full broadside, and I thought, okay, that's it, like, it's gone, it's sunk. And then I was proceeded to be told, actually, every shot missed. and I just thought it was hysterical because Alfred is considered first king of England. So the fact that luck was on his side truly meant God saved the king. But I had a blast. I don't think it was much of an issue with the no line of sight. It's still, I had to predict what the French might do, and honestly, I think we actually got left a lot of leeway by our CIC for when and where we chose to break from our line. So it was a lot of fun. Did though run into the same problem as Drake with not finding the right flag codes for exactly what you wanted. So you just kind of had to cornhole in whatever worked to get your point across. But thanks to the umpires, it was a blast. I would definitely do this again.
All right. Comte de Bras.
I had a fun game. I got ganged up on by 3 British squadrons, but I think my guys tried to give as good as they took. For a while, I felt like we were holding them off. It was 2v1, but once the third one came in, it got pretty hard to stay ahead of them. But I don't know. In the end, I hope that I'll be able to get back to port with something. And I don't know. I wish, or I wonder what would have happened if the rest of the French fleet had gone south instead of north.
Oh yeah, just to address that really quickly, the rear, I think it was the most northern British squadron detached, and they tried to pull a like a Collingwood or something. They tried to break through our lines, so I sent Bougainville north, and then I figured, well, I may as well go north as well, and we can maybe sandwich that squadron as it came south, and then things didn't really turn out that well, so I thought you would be okay down there, but I guess not. Anyway.
All right. Alexander DeGrasse's.
Hello. I learned a lot of naval terms, like getting locked in irons. I never heard that one before. All of my naval knowledge comes from Master and Commander being watched like 3 or 4 times. I think most of my contribution ended up being getting us. We had a little bit of trouble at the start getting aligned, so I broke out my Photoshop skills and I just slapped a compass onto a picture of the battlefield. I'm like, this is how it's lined up. This is where we're going.
Good. I am curious from everyone, how did you like the flag communication? How'd that go?
I liked it.
I liked it a lot. I would maybe add personally a few more messages, but that's just me, the way I communicate. But otherwise, it was a lot of fun.
Can I give 2 really quick points on?
Sure.
I really like it. I misunderstood and thought we'd have 10 words. If I had understood properly, I would have assigned the 4 or 5 empty spots like 98 and 99 so that we knew what concept those were. And then I've now forgotten the other thing I was going to say, so I recant I'll remember later.
That's all right. All right, I think that's everyone. Glad most everyone enjoyed it. Thanks for playing. I don't know when we'll do another, at least for me in live sessions, I don't know when I'll do another live one, but glad we could do it. Everyone have a lovely night or morning wherever you're at.
Thanks everyone. Well done.
Thank you.
GG.
GG everyone.